No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey friend, and true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media,
one voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night. Because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them won't set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth began, not to neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth me get radio.
3.9.
Truth me get radio.
3.9. Radio True Media. Radio True Media.
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM. We empower the nation.
Mina Yusuf Jallo, the Cowfoot Prince, and you they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM live from Freetown. Natu de las.
Yabole sawo matonya yepe gwogwo ela we. Tonya yepe gwogwo ela ngatu ayabo ngeza watomina ni FM we. Tonya yepe gwogwo ela ngatu ayabo ngeza watomina ni FM. Mianga tu atonya ye pegwo kwagwo ela we anya buda atonya ye mi aloma tonya ye le mi amome Nyabone jagbe nyale deja ti ya nyale dwe mi do nyango ngolo to nya ye pe gbo ela we mi atanu isi vena na bo la bo mi do eva nyabo ra je pe gbo la bo mi wa bi do to nya ye pe gbo ela Ami agato le papa go tita lo ba pepe ne be da pe ne gbe nugo mo o ya gbo gbe cha wa to mi na ni FM ne ma ya mi abede bede mo kini mo ya de kini mo ni da ke za ke me e bi lo to me gbo ka mi aga pinga
Leone is a beautiful country. It's beautiful people.
Indeed, beautiful country with beautiful people. Good morning, assalamu alaikum. Good morning and welcome. It's Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. Today is day 13 of the holy month of Ramadan. I have been asked Kwame Paddy how then they count the Christian fast, the Lenten season. I have asked him how many days. But it's 13 as well. We started together, and I'm sure we all the count together. But I have asked him how to do it better. But good morning and welcome. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. It's early. Please declare small. I'm sure plenty of people go down wake because at this time, either you get for prepare the picking for go school, or sometimes you don't wake, you already there now you hustle place, or you go pray, you don't come up pray, you prepare, you get you ready for go work or for go na your soul. Good morning and welcome. We want to tell Allah thank you for your life as always. It's a blessing for sleep and wake. Not a thing where you will take for granted, or it's something that you should cherish and thank God for. For able to sleep and wake with well body and able to go do whatever you want to do, whether it's riding your Okada or your keke, you drive around, or you do with family, you don't wake and pray. It's a blessing. It's a big blessing we all for appreciate and tell Allah thank you for, because we don't get a magically. Can say sleep. Sometimes it's a transition. No say this and how you they come back, and some people say can die and then sleep. Yeah, but we tell God thank you. Alhamdulillah, tell Allah thank you for life as always, for giving us the strength and the energy for able to come here and do the people's work. And one for tell Allah thank you for our lives, and two, that every other weekday morning we start together. The people now we start together and end the show together as always. We want to appreciate you and say thanks to you now, not taken for granted. We pray, say we all go continue to get the strength and the energy for continue for do this, for talk to ourselves, say the things them where they go wrong now with society, irrespective of who is involved. You know, all we leaders them accountable, all we self accountable. Support the government to say for support them for succeed. Because you know to enemy of the state, you know. As I can always say, Salon forget about the Udadina power. If things work well, where they left power, and they care and go. If any government fix lights, fix healthcare, fix education, you know they say when me time done, or if they not vote me again, and they take all thing and care and go back. No, it's the state. Now we get them. Now the country get them. Now we they enjoy them. So it's the same if it's bad. If somebody lead and not do the things away for do, where they left now that same bad day they left with us, same problem, same issues. So now we all for make efforts. You know, sometimes I know we are connected to our political parties, the political interests, individual interests, but there is one thing that should be we all interest, that na Salon in better one. Good morning, one for say very good morning. I don't get a lot of people messaging me asking about His Excellency the President. I think I talked to a very reliable source where tell me say he did tongue. I think he was out of town, but he has returned safely. And one for tell Allah thank you for that. And I think the Ministry of Information gets a press conference today. Possibly the Minister of Information or the Minister of Foreign Affairs go talk about that, because it has been a public interest. A lot of people don't they ask around on the post about him, and I think it's important. People can get interest in the president, and it's important for them know the whereabouts of the president. You know, we president at Salon, if you know they, you clearly they know. You don't know if they tongue or you know they tongue, because either you go see them in activities, programs the way they attend, or holding meetings. State House communications teams go be very busy. They put out stories, you know, of in programs and meetings them. Or the traffic safe, you know. You go know when then they block for the path for pass, or when they know they block for them. So it's very, very easy for know if we president there or not there. And I think it's legitimate and genuine concern, especially Usai, the public one for no. He's our president and we care about him. We want to know how he's doing. We all care about him. So good morning, His Excellency. I understand say you're back. We tell Allah thank you for your life and pray say Allah continue to give you the strength and energy, you know, for do the job that you're elected for, and guide you and protect you as well. Give you continued wisdom and understanding, you know, for make this place a better place for we. I know the First Lady, I saw some posts this morning while we she's in New York. She attended a Security Council meeting on the invitation of the First Lady of the U.S. I saw that this morning. But good morning to the President. Good morning to the security officers them. Good morning to all we forces them. Good morning to we military officers. We military officers, they don't come back, you know, they don't come back safely. We want to thank you for our service, and we say very sorry, you know, that you guys had to go through all the humiliation and day. We pray it never happen again, and hopefully it will not happen again. We want to say very good morning to police officers, and police don't pull a press release that then they start to enforce, you know, the use of helmets, seat belts, some traffic rules. You need to watch out. So you need to watch out. If you prepare for come out this morning, check your vehicle, check your license, check your insurance. If you're a bike man, try and make sure say you get a spare helmet for the people that they carry along, because police said and they begin check today. And there are many things that they are put with road, man. We man can see something there. I can say for driving at this tongue, man. Especially with you kekere, you know. Normally they did very well with the main Lumley Road coming to the petrol station, that area there, where then go divert the keke them by that bridge. But man, Regent Road Lumley. It's like control no there, and especially coming to the junction. Man, keke go park so, bike park so, for the people impassive, you know, it's, and going to Lumley Beach Road by the transfer station yonder, where government build. Man yonder, the keke them, where then they come out. If they're ready for come out, then they wait safe. We get a lot of things for do. I think we it's just indiscipline and lawlessness. There is nothing else to that. You know, it's just mere indiscipline and lawlessness. You see man they ride now the wrong lane. He did man. Hopefully, and the police don't pull a statement. So I just give you a heads up this morning. If you're preparing to go out, you know, bike man, and just say you get your spare helmet. Fina pillion or how so full have been called. Make sure so you put on your helmet too, because police say and they hold the rider and they hold you safe. And seat belt, you know, seat belt. I think a lot of people are used to that now. It's difficult for you see people in the drive or even passengers them, especially in the front, so they use seat belt. I think you know, the enforcement strategy will make people used to that. But good morning and welcome. It is a blessed morning. Let's start with prayers. As always, we start the devotion with some prayers. We seek Allah in intervention in our life. We pray for in guidance, in blessing. We seek salvation as well. We pray, say, Allah go make life easy for we. He go give you long life and your body. People who get problem, He go solve them for them. The one that sick, He go give them well body. The one that defend married, they give them the right people, then we go give them peace of mind. Peace of mind is very important. But let us pray. Let's pray for our country as well. Let's pray for peace across the world, you know. And we fumble with brothers and sisters in the Middle East. We pray, say, Allah go make them easy for now. It's a very, very challenging time. There are people that we stuck somewhere, you know, maybe they go on business, then go on programs. So people who they reside in them parts and this way they work there. You know, it's a very difficult time. We pray that Allah will make them easy for now. Pray say we'll get peace in the world, and that's one thing we could enjoy. Travel easily and peacefully. But let us pray. Say amen, amen, wherever you are, because we don't know that in prayer, Allah the answer. It can be you, it can be me, it can be someone else. Let us start the morning devotion with some prayers.
Assalamu alaikum, Nina Abdul Latif Kabu. They made this supplication for the truth media that Allah will continue to help them and give them more growth, and also ask Allah for bless this country and make it one of the most enviable countries in the world, and should trouble, fitna, problem with we and give economic growth and success. Allahumma iftar lahu abwabu rahmatika wa abwabu salam wa abwabu khair. Allahumma taqabbal a'malina وتقبل صلاتنا وتقبل دعانا. اللهم آسنا عاقبة في أمور كلها وأجرنا من عذاب الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة. اللهم أقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك، ومن طاعتك ما تبلغ به جنتك، ومن يقين ما تعين به بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقوتنا ما آتيتنا، واجعل الوارث منا، واجعل ثارنا على من ظلمنا، ولا تجعل مصيبة في ديننا، ولا تجعل مصيبة في ذريتنا، ولا تجعل مصيبة في بيتنا، ولا تجعل مصيبة في بلد سيراليون، ببركة شهر رمضان وبخير شهر رمضان وبنور شهر رمضان. سلام سمع نبيك عزة ما يصفون والصلاة والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
I want to start by thanking God for the nation of Sierra Leone. One for tell Papa God thank you for we president, we vice president, we ministers, we parliamentarians, and all the one that were there into authority. We pray that God will continue for keep them, and that God will continue for give them the wisdom where they need for rule we well. The Bible tell we say, any to need wisdom, no we ask. So we ask for wisdom on behalf of we leaders them, that God will fill them with wisdom on waiting for do, on how for go about for lead we. That Sierra Leone could become the nation where Papa God want them for be. that Sierra Leone go live and live for fulfill the purpose where God create them. That people of Sierra Leone go enjoy the benefit of the nation, the thing that way God don't put in the land, that God go help we leader there, even with the people and for use them in the good way, we go benefit we all. We pray that God will keep Sierra Leone from every harm and danger, from every sickness, from every affliction, from every problem. We pray that God will keep Sierra Leone. God will cover we. God will protect we. God will continue for watch over we. God will keep we. God will protect we. And God will see we through. We pray against the plans of the enemy concerning the nation of Sierra Leone. Any way the enemy they plan, every rumor of war, every arrow, every trouble, every affliction, we cancel in the name of Jesus. We decree that Sierra Leone will continue for worker into blessing. We decree that Sierra Leone is blessed, Sierra Leone is favored, Sierra Leone will prosper and flourish like a tree we planted by the rivers. In Jesus' name, amen.
Papa God, good morning, sir. Hope say up on they do hello. Because don't we now yeah, things no they go fine like we dey hello. Now we did this gun to youth man and together this morning we dey sell. We hope say you go remember you boy and see them with them they are when they do hello. See we dey hustle, we know they get paid. Things they go from bad to worse. We dey fast and we dey pray. But it's all like now we you cause. So Papa God we dey talk to you sir. The youth man then we dey beg to you sir. The sufferness is too much for we sir. We dey beg to you not for dollar for we sir. So Papa God we dey beg to you sir. They get to youth then want for talk to you sir. The sufferness is too much for we sir. We dey beg now for pull and down sir. Papa God push out. How you dey do? They get to you then they tell you how to. Daddy God push out. How you they do? Ooh. Suffer push we they tell you how to. Papa God now for member we he don't take. Member we now he don't take. The sufferness and more they kill we So now for member we he don't take. Member we now make we self know waiting a gentry.
Una they do na the last summer. Sufferation they kill but I still sour. For back in the morning the pastor meet Sarah. Me find a color all the fit let them just gara. If I talk all tina I go boss cry. You don't do one for the next guy. I'd get see the neighbor all me man fry. I know see you no get boss yai. Soup we bokuna you an. Soup smaller and we bokuna the pan. Different either all the man gets in plan. When I go blow with the breeze or the fan. I know so you know say na this I want talk. Wala kasa. I still the wait for me team and I make a buy clock. Kasa.
See we dey hustle, we know they get paid. Things they go from bad to worse. We dey fast and we dey pray. But it's all like now we you cause. So Papa God we dey talk to you sir. The youth man then we dey beg to you sir. The sufferness is too much for
you, sir. Papa God, we they talk to you, sir. You know, they fast and they pray during this holy month of Ramadan and Lenten season. We pray so you go listen to we prayer and make this place a better place. Give we people them way the lead we get empathy, we get soriat, people them way go able instill discipline, you know, in whatever they do, from leadership, from top to bottom. Amen. Amen to them prayers and day. And we pray for wisdom and understanding. You know, it's important, especially with leadership. If people we get leadership position for, you know, they gaslight people and no more. And make you always say, development not a thing where they hide. It doesn't need propaganda. When things change, when things are better for people, they feel it, they know it. And when you go and talk, say, you know, they happen. Now, we the people and self they tell you, say, no, I lie, you lie. Who shall they? Things don't better, you know. Things should get better, and it should get better. It should get better. That is why people vote for their government. you know. We know the adage Rome wasn't built in a day. So now I make we they remind people them we get political power and leadership every other time say then get a responsibility. Because if we careless we safe. But we'll continue for the day at the same point, you know, but for run, for progress, you know, for progress and things for gets better for we all. Because when it gets better, it's all of us. Now we all the benefit from them. At the drive pass up, you know, by from Limcoquin area, take up by IMAT, there then street light them been there with them Chinese. Where the Chinese make the road actually from that part they take go Hastings. Oh yeah, I think so. They been fix street light them fix street light. If people already live up this end, or if you can drive can descend, you go aware of that. The place was so decent, man. So decent at night, you go drive, you even put your headlight off. Man, then lights and day. I took some photos yesterday, I think, and this morning, Chef. Then lights and day, then don't go off, Imagine, oh, man, I mean, somebody been they talk about lights. I was saying, from down to we end there, take go up to the tennis court party and we pass before president in place. Really need for be some decent place because this is where our president live. It's some of we don't travel gonna places where you drive past who say when they show you say I the president of a country day, man. When you see that place, you dey understand say being a different space you dey. But watch this place. It's clean because the man can sweep here every other morning and it's a fence community mostly, and I'm sure most people they take care of their waste. You know, somehow, but the place dark. It's very dark. I'd imagine why not have street lights? Take up to the end of the day and join them to the street lights where they been fixed by Limcoquin. Why not do some nice landscaping before the president? You get some sideway, get grass, and even the side of outside the president day, the front of him place, you see some side where you go do some nice landscaping and it look decent for once. We can do that, you know. But then lots of presidents go do more. It's actually people the way they are around the president or people the way responsible for do that. You know, it's street light, there's solar lights. We can fix and make that place they look decent, man. But it dark way they drive now. And if lights not there, most times, waiting can make it under bright. You know, NATCA, the office, the opposite. So NATCA get them fence, and fence get light. So if light not there, you see the place the dark more. But again, upwards. That street light the way them Chinese them been built for we, brah. Then light then they don't go off. We just abandon them no more. They don't go off, they don't hey. You know, people can come, they help with, although take responsibility as well of things away people in the Kiwi. You know, they look with things say, now so decent place for they forget lights. Then lights and they don't go off. Like no one cares. Then just did the poll and did it. And people away, we get responsibility, within a power, we sometimes they work. Well, I don't know who is responsible for it actually, but I just say these are things we can see. If me able notice that day, I'm sure there are thousands of people who don't notice them, and this could be people where able influence for fix the lights then there as well. These are things we should not allow for just spoil them kind of way that day. We can fix them, man. Boy. And if you watch now, so we maintenance culture, bruh. I'm gonna city council building one day. Hey, God. I'm gonna city council building one day, man. I see one notice about people that they use the toilet. Sometimes I can imagine. Are we created differently? Are we na people them way? Why we not able to take care of places or take care of things and maintenance? and ensure say this place will be clean. Like I can always say, them place and they, if people ain't go there and it dirty, it means the people already did and dirty will lie. Now like here, who's it there? If you come here and meet this place dirty, it means say oh there, we dirty, we not dirty people. Them we people and they come, they help with them, build structure them for we. Help with things them for let we live decent life. But they refuse. They poor them place and the maintenance culture back. I bet you that building, the city council building, watch them in 10 years how it will be. Watch, go inside there no more now. What are they? If you don't say go there and see. But they lift you and over talk. Sometimes if lights not there, a problem, you have a worker. But we can do better. That's the point I'm making. We not Monday. We all need for live a decent way. They drive in our streets and nets, the place dark so. Pass you drive with high beam. Now I make you to see everybody in light. They on high beam because they go dark. Then can and give you light and say, "Una take this light." So don't do the road, una take light. Don't begin pull one. They don't begin pull one. They don't take all on pull now. No, like no one cares. Where's the Ministry of Works, Sierra Leone Roads Authority, ELSA or whoever responsible? Traffic lights at the time. The traffic lights where they come on Spurwood going down to Lumley. The one at this end on your left, if you go into Lumley, it been done for them. That now from December, it done for them. I watch that lights day, December, January, February, and March they pass so. Now 3 months it don't take so. At the count, I get for the count. And another see effort for even fix that light waving for themselves. Imagine at 3 months it don't take so from December without the traffic lights for them. Somebody bang them actually. And I remember the iron bin there, the pathway we talk now and go pull the iron, the pole. Now the lights on one side they walk no more, the one by the police station, yeah. But how do we allow these things to happen? I know there are procurement processes and all of it, but we don't begin get used to the traffic lights. Stay now the one way they are bug now say for fixing a problem. Anyway, we gotta remind you now. But please, I think the one that we're responsible. Let's make this place outside the president say the decent small man. We can give it lights, make them look good, do some landscaping around it, make them nice. Now president day for God's sake. At least if other parts then dirty like how then dirty so outside the president they don't make them decent small. Let get some. If somebody drive, come and pass insurance saying I had the president day, let's see, say, yeah, it looks decent, man. Anyway, let's take a pleasure and anthem. We come and can do the roll call. We get stories and for one today. Today we get 2 guests that we're going to talk to on the APC internal politics and redress mechanism. And also we're going to talk to the Minister of Environment on the situation of environmental issues and climate change in the country. Continue for stay with me. This is not the Truth Morning Devotion. We'll take the pledge and anthem. We'll come back shortly.
I will exalt thee when on thy free. Great is thy love we have for thee. Standing united, ever we stand, singing thy praise, O interest above all else. So help me God, so help me God.
No matter who you be, let me make salon and a big. No look say you follow, no follow. Who say you go to foot and a big. No matter where you go, let me make salon and a big. No look say you follow, no follow. Who say you go to foot and a big. Salon the world, yes not true, but we no never so. If you never so, tell me who's a way to go. We all know say we all tell them the past. Let we may come for the beginning of the month. Hey, no matter who you be, let we make salon and a big. No look say you follow, no follow. Who say you go to foot and a big. No matter where you go, let me make salon and a big. No look say you follow, no follow. Who say you go to foot and a big. Salon are we all, no we no never make it well. Salon are we all, no we no never make it well. No we no fall on for good because we vex. Now we so care for suffer. No we no fall on for good because we vex. Now we so care for suffer. Let we pledge we love and loyalty to we country Sierra Leone. Let we come together, let we walk as one for the better of Salon. Not to me, not to you, not everybody, for come together as one. So capital lawyer, beat to river, let we make. So men the team in the local limba, let we make. Everybody come together, let we make. Salon are we all, now let we make. We all know say we all tell them the past. Let we make come for the beginning of the month. Hey, I like it in Australia, you know Salon money. I like it in the USA, you know Salon money. I like it in Germany, you know Salon money. I like it in London, you know Salon money. The beat, the one of bingo. You follow, you know Salon money. The days I say
Respect to all massive and crew. It's been a long time me been away from home. That's why me come back. When me see things that go on, me bring you this conscious reggae vibes. Jah be my guide, Rastafari. Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is called the progress of the process. We are in suit and tie, and dirty character. Thief man, they all a thief now, this is them batter. I, Rasta man, me know Eric Cock and Bull, me represent blue, white and blue. That's what me have to do. You meet the water dirty, you know it make it settle. And then you jump beside, you don't dirty and more. Thief man, they all a thief now, this is them batter. Salon they go behind, who that now we go believe. Oh, this na wrong side life, now we dey live so. If they all a thief, who that now we go believe. This na wrong side life, now we dey live so. Sorry, say na sana, self say na sorry. Oh, this na wrong side life, now we dey live so. Who say a rata, who that get his character? The cap side life, now we dey live so. Salon dey well, then just dey pan sorry. Things are go bad, who not dey pan story. Fake promises and philosophy, yeah. Say we don't tire with these buckle stories. Bring us the rice, cause the people hungry, yeah. Things are go bad, things are go bad. Things are go bad in a me beautiful nation. What a one. Man them feel conscious, man them feel conscious. Man them feel conscious and stand for the right. Is your right? Oh, it's the wrong side life. Now we dey live so. If they are like thief, who that now we go believe. It's the wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Sorry, say
sana self say na so. But it's the wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Who say a rata? Who da get his character? The cap side life. Now we dey live so. Salon de poil, then just a so.
Yes, sire. See, I'm conscious of the fact that I've got a moral and civic responsibility to stand for the truth and speak for my people. We've been behind for quite too long as a nation. It's high time we started speaking the truth, cause only the truth can set us free.
Now you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is color the progress of the process. Wearing suit and tie, pan dirty character. The man they all are thief now, this is them batter. I, Rasta man, me know Eric Cock and Bull, me represent blue, white and blue. That's what me have to do. Them meet the water dirty, they know it make it set to.
Alongside life, we dey live so. Many thanks, so Coach Kubi for that song. So he say na sana say na sorry. Who that now for believe, you know? Who that now we for believe. This is the Toots Morning Devotion on Toots FM 103.9 with the broadcast live from the studios na Ilcott na Freetown. We're on Facebook and YouTube as well, and TikTok, welcoming all reviewers them our social media platforms. Good morning. You just wake, right? Just wake. You getting yourself ready? You know, get a lot of stories for Caron this morning. Yeah, I see a lot of comment about maintenance. Yeah, but it's all of us. Now they use that space and they not so alien than they na there. You building, city council or we are just people and we for take responsibility of what's they happen around we. It's us. This is not so politics, not so politicians. It's us. You get people away for able to provide leadership in them place and they. You know, now we self, not to now we the people not to alien and then at this place. So now we know they take things serious back. Now we need to take care of places they public spaces and all offices. Somebody they text me, they tell me say they tell me about water now. Anyway, but we can do better. I still they appeal say, you know, this side let we get some light at least. Let we put some street lights, solar lights, whatever it is. Let put them if not from Hillcourt Junction yourself. Take up the tennis court yonder. You know, at least let the president in surrounding, so the president look decent somehow, you know. And also the street light them where the Chinese have been fixed for we. The pole and this thing is still there. Sometimes the battery. Sometimes the battery get problem or the bulb or whatever. I just maintenance no more because the poles still they you know, we can just check them and maintenance them and get them working again. Rather than they so and man. I'm sure the Chinese people and being give them thing and if then they drive past yonder, then go they ask themselves how can't we maintenance or handle then things and they better. It doesn't take much. It's just somebody taking responsibility, you know. That's how we fix street light and a beach back, man. They all Wilkins go do enough what to we know people don't go through a lot of things more. The kind where people can treat to we know people don't vex, you know, and they make Alexia Leone. We are very resilient people. The people who can treat we bad, if we can see how can dance for them back, we can sabi come on and treat and dance and sing and dance for them. But here Professor Francis yesterday said the shadow state. You can man them inside man them. How the state they run. And you know, as Joel writes something, people who can then a governance, when they get power, when you tell them about the wrongs in governance, they can be very, very arrogant. And they think say you ate the country. Then you ate the country past everybody. When a reality you tell them back, things the way they happen that they are aware of. But they can only get the understanding and agree with you when they don't get power. I can tell I can tell people them. I get a lot of people them within our opposition right now. Then they agree with me. It's almost everything what they say now. They agree. Then they now they can share. If you can see them, now then they share me video there, or me comment them or whatever how they do now. As I be people them we been get political power today. What been they disagree? What been they tell them about the bad things that happen in governance? Then they make we the name they want they call we, you know. Then go call you all kind name. Then go the same. Then go make you look like you hate this country past anybody. It's the same thing happening now. I know people who been they agree on almost every other thing today. But now but that's about it, you know. If you read Professor in book, right, he's been there. The chief minister position, a very powerful position. You see governance, you know, first hand, especially the executive arm. You see them, you relate with people. You know what's in the problem, what's in the challenges. You know that genuine, you know. But not for we understand, say, even when we get power, there are issues, there are challenges from within. And we accept them. And when people call you out, I know there are politics people and the way they oppose governments based on politics or whatever. But governments can do their own propaganda, so it's vice versa. But there are people actually where go say things. It's out of not genuinely because they know it, they've seen it. And they want to let things get better. Anyway, we'll do roll call this morning. They are on a fixed lights there up here. Oh, the lights there on a fixed. Then that traffic lights, now 3 months so. Then they are on a low put lights up. Not so because now they will get like, but I just think say I can drive na net and I think say I've been to tell somebody in a private sector one day. I was telling the person that I really want to let them do some landscaping before to the president. You get some nice place and can plant some nice flowers, do some nice landscaping there and get people who they take care of them. If not, woman themselves we can sweep so they water them and it will look decent, very, very decent and nice. You know, get a litter already, plant mama, it can help with some plant and make it looks good, you know. Anyway. Good morning and welcome. Good morning and welcome. School don't start. You know, check who that day or not day. Good morning, Oswald M. Coca. Good morning, Lamboy Richie. Good morning, Lompri Santigi Kagbo. So I want to know if Santigi, I'm from a reliable source. I have been told that the president is in town. He was not in town. He been traveled. But he don't come safely. You know, tell Allah thank you. You know, president, man. I don't know. We're not for which bad thing for happening to president. To you know, he's human, a mortal man. You know, sometimes and they inside go sometimes. You know, for think. You know, we shouldn't, man. He's a president. He's human. He's a Sierra Leonean. See and that way they force. See him as your brother, as your Pekin, as a Sierra Leonean force. You know, then see him as your president. You know, we shouldn't be wishing bad things to happen to presidents. You know, it's for me, it's genuine. If people ask about the whereabouts of the president, he's our president who want for know, especially with information, say he traveled, he was in the Middle East. People will want to know. It's genuine. But wishing bad, no, I don't think it's okay. In my own view, I don't think it's okay. You know, we shouldn't. He's a father. He's someone's child. He's a president as well. He's a brother. He's everything, you know. Arun Michael Sise, good morning. Gabriel Sandy, James K. Mami, good morning. Augustine Momo Davis, Adama Conte, Arun Michael Sise, Dauda Tarawali, Gabriel Indolo Lebi, Maxi Boima, Ash Samuel, Suleiman B. Jallo, watching from Pujang, good morning. Fuad Bangura, Fuad, Suleiman Kamara, Mustafa Jane, Moz Ibrahim Bangura from Turkey, Sufia Abib Tianis Kiau, yes, we wish we friend and sister Shiba Concept, we I think now one of the people who stranded in the Middle East, we wish you and every other person, every other Sierra Leonean, the very best. Pray say Allah go make them easy for now, and you go return safe to your family. Gabel, Edward Ogunlade Adin, good morning. Abubakar Kesila, Ibrahim Bangura, Daniel Kunduba, Sheku Mara, Abubakar Kesila, Kurumbu Michael, Sila Social Welfare. Yeah, but I watch one video then this year of the Ministry of Basic Education. Now the video no more I watch you. Now video news. I think it's SLBC news. Somebody share them na social media. I watch the building from the outside no more. I watch how the building dey. I say, people know they think they for paint this place and keep it decent. And the Ministry of Basic Education, yeah. It's the Ministry of Basic Education. There was a story where they go sign contract for rest or so. I watched that video there, and now the building me watch. I just watch the outside. I say, nobody not think say them for keep this place decent and paint this building. Anyway. Aliu Zamani Jalo, Sheku MCC, Daniel Kondoba, Khadija Tukoma, Sheku Bari, good morning. Amana to Sanusi, Sheikh Umaru Jalo, Salaam alaikum Koto. Ibrahim Bull, Mustafa Kamara Jr., Salaam alaikum brother. It's been long, hope you do fine, Staffy. Magdalene Musa Masa Boima, Grace Morsori, good morning. C. Yusuf Alpha, Ibrahim Yusuf Bangura. No, I agree with you, Bellows. How we did na so then they rule we. You know, Prof talker yesterday, and it's the adage is the people they get the government we then deserve. You know, it's us the people. Power belongs to us. Now they sing, now they dance, now they vote. You know, good morning, Bellows. You know, hope you do fine, man. John Kagbo, police officers that return to peacekeeping. Okay, I think you will reach out to we. You check with Facebook. We get a number there. You can send a message. We can plan an interview. If you want to talk public about the concern we get, then we will get the other side of the story. Ibrahim Koma, good morning. Good morning, Bangura Tijan Santigi Malik. Good morning, Ibrahim Sise, Ali Sayo Mara, Umar Kaba, Amanatu Sanusi, Mansur Makoli Kamara, Kreo Bobo. Good morning. Kreo Bobo, that's an interesting one. Tula Usman, William Martin, Mohamed Madina Ba, Salamu alaikum, brother. This K Chino Majuba, good morning. Yeah, you say Bible Road Eastern. People and they complain, they say they don't pull the traffic then container there from Bay Road. They don't go put on a Eastern now, you know. Hey, good. Paul Safa, good morning. Kande Koma, Jaya Koka, Ezekiel Michael Karimu, Boya Badar, Koma Sal Texal, Ibrahim Momo, Abdul Malapto Kamara, Alusain Mansare. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. It always Bumi Sega Thompson, Mote, Usman Charakis. It always a blessing for getting around. Good morning, Peter Beckley. Say good morning. You know, bad for ask for president. Yeah, I agree. It's for me, it's genuine for ask for the president, especially with news that he's not around. But yes, I agree also. You know, me not go wish bad for me president. No, I see him first as as a compatriot, na human being, na Sierra Leonean, you know, and I see him as well as somebody in papa, na husband, you know, getting young family. I know. Naturally, I know wish bad for other person, man. we shouldn't. You know, but you know, the toxicity of with politics sometimes it can get tough, you know, it can get tough. Good morning, Fatmata Bijalo, Lamana Ba Kamara, Ishmael Sali Koma. Good morning, Jaden Ken. Good morning, Abubakar Conte. Yes, Jaden, I see your message. I reach out to you, man. I see. Anthony M. Kosoba, Justin Abubakar Kamara. Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. And it is a blessing for getting all this morning. Ibrahim Babature, Merkaba Kande Koma. Arun Michael Sise, good morning. Samuel Mara, good morning. Kusna Bayo, good morning. Cherno Potalba, good morning. Koto, hope you do fine. Alaji Jalo, Mohamed McCarthy, Good morning, Bendu Kamara. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I mean, don't tell me, man. MCAT yesterday say we forget title today. In at the head for discipline. You know, we need somebody. Whoever give position them and title them, but I not see on this morning. So whoever do official announcement where they are available. But good morning, everyone, and welcome. It's always a blessing for getting around, and we all do this together. Like I say, we all get a role for play. You know, this country, we not for left. Say a few people you know, for run 'em. We all for able to run 'em together as a people, as a country. Because if you're in a private sector, you're in a public sector, you're not chairman of your community, you're not head man, you're not then chair lady. If you not play your own part, then it's a problem. So let we imbibe that then we serve, try for be good citizens. Let's take some stories them. We get some stories them we will run quickly. Like I say, the Sierra Leone police don't pull a notice and say police to enforce helmets and seatbelt laws starting 9th March. The Sierra Leone police has announced that beginning Monday, March 9, and next week Monday, next week Monday, yes. So begin prepare one time. It will intensify enforcement of road safety regulations targeting motorbike riders, passengers, and motorists nationwide. The crackdown will focus on two key measures, the mandatory wearing of crash helmets by all motorbikes, riders, and passengers, and the compulsory use of seatbelts by front seat occupants in moving vehicles. So if you get your bike, now one helmet you get, or you don't get helmet at all, begin prepare yourself. By next week, police, they begin enforce. And it's very good the police don't pull early notice. Me not think say that you there for notify people about it, but it's good that they don't give early notice. And if you don't get helmet, at least begin fan helmets now. And you where they take bike, insist that the bike man forgets helmets where he go give you. You know, I remember today during Ebola, we've been get concerned about using the same helmet with people. You know, yeah. But let me try. It's important you use them because if you're involved in an accident, it will protect you. Sierra Leone launch yesterday. The Ministry of Health launched the 300 days to save mothers and babies. We na a campaign where the Ministry of Health the lead for ensure say we continue for address maternal mortality in the country. I've been there at the event yesterday. I moderate a panel session, and it was very interesting. Some of the comments that we've been come up from the nurses. You know, the nurses are concerned about equipment, about conditions of service. They want the way then the post go upline, who side then go get place for day. But one of the nurses talk about how, you know, they get bad, they get nurse them around. Where, like you can say in every profession, you get bad eggs. And she was like telling them to take care, to show empathy, you know, to show care for Bele woman them and picking the way they can hospital. Because there are many complaints about we go to hospital, our nurses then go treat you, then go ask for money, then go take bribe and all that. Hopefully we'll ever talk to the Minister of Health and you know, these are issues, conversations them we'll go get you know, with the minister. A lot of things they happen, and we get this story about that woman. You remember there was this woman where we interviewed her the other day. You know, this woman where don't teach for a very long time. She's asking for help. If anybody gets way for help, we they ask that you can reach out to we go share a number. The woman will be interviewed from Bonth, from I think it was Bonth, yes. We'll be talked to Matu or Bonth. She's still asking and pleading for help. You know, even gets an accident and enable worker, and he needs support with wheelchair, electric wheelchair and all that, you know. But those are the stories we could run this morning. We can talk to first guest from the APC, and but let me watch this video. We put a video together looking at how February turn like. Me say February na one of the most busy months. The most busy months which we politics, and even we where they do news. We got very busy with things that they happen just like every other day. So my colleague Olain Khan Afisa to Dean puts this piece together. Let's just watch them, and we can talk to we guys shortly in the program.
February has been busy month inside Salon, and the month be full with drama. First, inside politics, the Political Parties Regulation Commission (PPRC) they fined the All People's Congress Party 350,000 new leons for statements them with the Party Secretary General Lansana Doumbouya and Zainab Sharif be make during the APC Mammoth meeting na Atuga Stadium, and PPRC be give them 7 days for pay the money. The party not be meet the deadline, so the PPRC suspend the party, but just after the suspension, the party been pay the fines, and later the PPRC removed the suspension. Still inside politics, the APC Party Secretary General Lansana Doumbouya been get invitation for go CID and then be later detained am. APC parliamentarian dem make peaceful demonstration and say dem go stop all the work na parliament till they release am. But when Lansana Doumbouya be appear court the first time, dem no been grant am bail. During that day, the Sierra Leone People's Party, when na the ruling party, been put word na do say they're not glad for the statement them with the opposition party secretary general Lansana Doumbouya and other people they make during the Mammoth meeting. After all this, they will later grant Lansana Doumbouya bail, but the matter still lay courts. The Sierra Leone police been declared Zainab Sharif wanted because of the statements they will even make during the APC Mammoth meeting. Away from that, the Institute for Legal Research and Advocacy for Justice been put word na do say law student Edwina Jami will be non comot na cell after we advocate a group for women their rights been help for make them bail am. We be understand say dem may take am into custody after he release a video and he respond to the first lady in comments them about am during an AYV interview. Next na the APC lower level elections we been turn violent na some parts of the country with clashes them between rival supporters wey force the suspension of the process. Videos then they will circulate online show the chaos, and people they worry say the party not able to manage internal democracy peacefully. Also, Zainab Sharif, one of the chairlady of the duty organization, then gets arrested after the police be declared unwanted for incitement and threatening language during the time for the APC Mammoth meeting. It don't appear court to them, but they not grant and bail. Finally, President Biobi appoints Edmund Sylvester Alpha as Chief Electoral Commissioner, but the opposition party APC say the appointment for don't come after they don't amend the constitution and then call the appointment partisan. But Parliament will later debate and approve Edmund Sylvester Alpha as Chief Electoral Commissioner. Now so February been play, border tension, big arrest, political heat, and party violence. February show say Salon not a short of drama, and every week na new headline with a shake the nation.
Indeed, new headline, new stories, and we're there for tell the stories and break them and bring you the content as and when they happen. Many thanks to my colleagues and for put February in perspective. February was very busy, and let's see how March will track the major event them and activities them as and when then they happen, and we go give updates at the end of the month. But so far, March apart from the parliament and all, March hasn't been as February was, and hopefully it will remain peaceful and calm as we are in the holy months of Ramadan and the Lenten season. These are the Truth Morning Devotion. To take quick commercial break, could I introduce the first guest this morning? Continue for stay with me.
You want for smell fine and make people always remember you? Try St. Alice Luxury Perfume. When a top quality perfume, we want salon experts mix different oil them for give you the best sweet smell. This perfume gets unique blend of oil them mix right here in a salon. With St. Alice, your scent go last for 18 hours. No matter what you do or how much time you book your clothes, the scent go still there with you. You ready for experience the true sweet smell? Come na 109 Circular Road, just after Model Junction, or call me at 075-098-515 or 077-360-959. You go make sure say you perfume experience. Now one way people no go forget in a hurry. St. Alice Luxury Perfume, the scent we go last, this salon style we come for change your perfume experience.
It's Labor Day. Awesome. After all the grind, stress, and queries at the office, it's time to ease your brain, laugh out loud, and feel like the CEO. Live with Kido. Hustle will make sense on Labor Day, Friday, May 1st, 2026. Venue, prestigious Pintumani Hotel, 7 p.m. Ticket prices: Kido, 500 million. Answer, 1,000 leons. Amin, table for 4, 10,000 leons. Adil, table for 8, 20,000 leons. You don't buy yourself plenty. Now come and laugh. No excuse. Media partners, Truth Media, and cooked by Eminence Africa.
I say, it don't make sense. I don't make sense. Oh,
Shea and more natural beauty products. Glow naturally.
Orange Maxis gets flexible data and voice plans them we go fit you lifestyle. Try the Colat Mini for just 70 leon and get 2.5 Mbps speed for 7 days. You can need data anytime. Your bundle they give you fast internet anytime you day. For you can prefer customized plan. Your own bundle they make you select the exact data and voice package where you need. Find the best data and voice option now on Maxit. Download the app and stay connected.
Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9 with the broadcast live from our studios na Ilcott na Freetown. And we're on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok as well. Welcoming all with viewers and listeners them from across the country, especially people them now partner radio stations them na Pujeung, Kailaung and Falaba district them. They welcome on all to the program. Let me go into the first conversation this morning. I get the pleasure for welcome at the studios Usman Sura Kamara Esquire, winner Secretary, Independent Election Complaints Board, ICB of the APC. We can look at internal party politics, the petition them, complain and where they help with election integrity within the APC party. Good morning, sir, and welcome.
Very good morning, Lamana, and good morning, viewers. Thanks for having me.
So we just show some of the busy time them and some of the busy moments in February actually na the lower level election where the APC party been conduct and you know, I've been get the chairman for the coordinator for the election, and we were talking about some of the concerns we come out, especially usai maybe in C, and we've been worrying now from Falaba side and be even born one touch place usai picking in the land. But with you know, Unayun, you know, in the Independent Election Complaint Board, the CB, waiting on a role in the electoral structure within the APC party.
Thank you very much, Lambrana, once again for having me. So the APC Independent Elections Complaints Board, they establish and pursuant to Article 43 of the APC Constitution, we primarily they look at internal party disputes by reason of the lower level elections they already get, and the primary role now for determine these disputes with an aim for create unity within the party. So you more or less go say the IECB now like the APC court, now like the court of first instance, wherein they give people and the opportunity for bring them complaints them and raise issues them wouldn't think say they get problem with by reason of the elections them way the IEMC conduct. It happen for we say we just don't conclude with lower level elections for ward elections specifically, and one would tell you the general overview of the elections now that it was relatively peaceful. Clearly there is no way we will get elections that way we not go get 2-3 fracas. But the role of the IECB now for ensure that we give a membership the platform and the opportunity for look into issues they wouldn't get concerned about by reason of them by reason of the complaints that we then they come up with.
So that starts with even the nomination process or of candidates and or the conduct of the election and how we go, or not just after an election people can come to now.
Certainly. So we look into this now the third task when it comes to these lower level elections, the way this complaint body handled. There were petitions that will come with respect to the voter register. There were petitions that will look into with respect to venue, that is polling centers, where the secretariat been issued out to say these are the venues for the ward elections. And there are also petitions regarding candidacy, omissions from the voter register, so on and so forth. So a range of issues.
So before the election, we'll be able to address them issues and they before then go into the elections, right?
What I can say as a member of the board is we had petitions regarding these concerns. They were determined, decided, and what we do for help the secretariats now for give directives, recommendations to say these are the concerns. Now this now we decision, and at this we think say go be the way forward for address some of these concerns. And it is our expectation that the secretariats go handle them.
And but there is no way you could confirm whether then concerns and they, because it's important leading to the election. If people get concerned, they're concerned, then cancel now, and the concerns are addressed for prevent any thing will go happen wrongly, will go affect the integrity of the elections.
Yes, I go tell you, see, the secretariat do them very best for ensure that we have a smooth running of the lower level elections. And what I can also say is that we get petitions by reason of the fact that there are complaints from petitioners to say, oh, we were here, these issues were still not addressed, and this is not the subject of the petition. But I cannot in detail speak to some of these contents because we are still hearing petitions. We've not yet deliberated. And at the end of the day, we go pull informed decision by reason of the testimonies and witnesses that we don't call.
How about the election, you know, with the lower level election? Will I don't receive petition them?
Yes, we don't receive up to 82 petitions all across the regions. I think almost all the districts, with the exception of Bo. We don't almost done all them petitions today. Today we dey continue with Bond and Pujeon, and then tomorrow we dey deal with the rest of Western area. We started with Western area last week, but we get few who no be able to complete. We dey done them tomorrow, and after that we hope for get deliberative stage of the committee, and then we dey give decisions. Then we go include recommendations to the secretariat.
Waiting at the issues them way you know people them way feel otherwise come with up to now. Waiting them petition the elections them about.
Like I mentioned, principal among the concerns where people and be raised now that the issue of omission or from the voter register. We also have candidacy petitions, and we also have venue petitions. That is to say, the locations the way the party secretariat been pulled. Some of these were petitioned, and IEC be make ruling to say, okay, this location pull and also with a send a different venue. But they were also concerned that some of these locations election not happen. So most of the petitions they will receive now with respect to location, omission of certain members, they wouldn't say, oh, we registered, but we not see we name will go for go vote. Or these candidates not supposed for then at the final candidate list for ward chairman. So on and so forth.
Una no get
wide range.
Una no get complain about vote rigging and all of that.
No, clearly, electoral malpractice petitions them always they come, and that is why most of the petitions them now IEMC na the respondents.
So how na they handle them matter there, and within at the timeline, you know, of the way people go get trust in the system. Say if a cow petition it take this long and then go you know give you know directives to the party or the one that will conduct the election.
Okay, so the Elections Complaints Board, they deal with three very important documents when it comes to the determination of a petition. We deal with the APC Constitution of 2022. We look at the IEMC Manual of 2026. We look at also the IEMC Rules and Regulation of 2025. So I think the IEMC Manual, they give 48 hours after the election for filing a petition, at which time we expect, say, you go on file, and then the complaints board gets 7 days for after submission or after receipt of you petition for look into the petition. So we get 7 days, and petitioners have 2 days to file in their petitions.
So the time for petition don't pass.
It don't pass.
And which stage una they present? It's looking at the cases and waiting at the time for una you know give whatever, if it's judgment or una give.
We hope we hope for get judgments in the next couple of days. Like I say, we relatively done all the petitions them. We just scroll through bond today. And then we look at Western area, and then we get deliberative stages.
During this process, we just see, we even report that story where the IMC or so, you know, cancel elections some places, you know. How then they affect the work now they do? Is it through a directive, or then they stand differently?
Okay, so the IMC and the IECB get two different mandates. Ours is adjudicatory in nature, then charged with the responsibility for conduct election. We now for look into complaints where they come as a result of these elections. Of course, we are in receipt of that correspondence day, cancellation of result, but as something we certainly not get for look into. All we know is we look at petitions. So at the end of the day, when we give a decision, we give directives to the secretariat. We recommend what they do, and it's our hope that our decisions will certainly override this cancellation or whatever correspondence IEMC don't put out. They are doing their job, of course. We do election, they expect you for published results.
People can petition as well if them areas and here then cancel. People feel strongly, say somebody don't win there and then cancel, and then can petition that.
People always have the right to petition, and probably that will be subject to legal interpretation to firstly see in the first place whether the cancellation be supposed for come before we give final judgments. But however, it is something we the legal team don't internally address, and I think we just continue with work for ensure that we get decision very, very soon. As you know, we deal with a very tight timeline for look at the electoral calendar. That is more the reason why I would say the APC day under a construct for internalized, exemplary electoral and democratic structures for put ourselves in the position for lay a very good foundation for 2028. We want for give people the chance for say yes, I should talk to the IECB before going to the PPRC. The party don't lay an internal mechanism before I rush go court. And let me say this, the IECB has always been in place, just that it was not constituted. So it is the wisdom of the party that because they get issues where people they bypass, they go to court, they go PPRC, and then at the start of last year we constitute this committee now where they serve as a court of first instance to party members. So what do they do? They make sure say we put we house in order. They make the core values of the IECB. Would ensure that there is fairness, there is professionalism, and above all, we get a primary objective for ensure that we keep we membership united. Not to just for a repetition, but for keep people united to say at least you feel satisfied that we IECB do a repetition, we dey preach peace. So that is more or less the hallmark.
That's about it. So I want to ask how on a role they ensure that the whole process is fair, and people can get trust in how they, ensure that, because if people endow the system, they can go to PPRC or go to courts. How they try for ensure and build the confidence and trust of people and with the participate. Election, I can say, is small one of the people they participate in the electoral process.
Okay, so the elections complaint board is our fourth task, and I will say this very proudly that we not get any decision we would already send out where they with their subject of appeal. That is to say, where people can go PPRC and then PPRC overturn with decision. There is no single one from the NOAS issue we deal with to voter register to candidacy to polling venues, petitions. There is no single petition where people don't go PPRC and then they overturn, or rather where a situation say somebody don't go court by reason of them being dissatisfied with decisions them. So that day in itself, they tell you, say, people believe and get confidence in the IECB. Of course, the committee is headed by a very senior legal practitioner, Mr. Ibrahim Sori. When you talk of integrity, he's more or less gets an unmatched kind of record when it comes to integrity. He was the head of the ITGC, the last transition committee where lead we through the lower level elections, and also now the architect of the 2022 amended the new APC constitution. And we get about 7 other lawyers there where they and other members them where they are very high standing.
How can do the hearings? Is it open?
Yes, it's an open hearing. We send notices to all parties concerned, all those affected. They call, they text via WhatsApp or normal text, just for ensure that for your own records there is notice to say you have been petitioned, or we get you petition, calmly we hear you. And we know the only tap there, we follow the evidence. That is to say, if we read the petition, you name this person, we also they reach out to them. We come, they call you witness. So they ask you how much witness you get. If you get 1, you get 2, we they all. We they members of the IEMC, because most of the petitions that we come, they complain the organizers. So IEMC now like the principal kind of respondents. We they read them, we they read stakeholders, constituency chairman, district chairman. So that tells you we need to left any stone unturned. And even when with the testimony a certain person is named, we reach out. We reach out to party stakeholders, we reach out to secretariat, we reach out to even people where they print out party cards, just for ensure that we read all sides, so that we satisfy the principle of natural justice.
How I don't talk now about how we for ensure say we political parties them we they give you leadership and give you president, try for be democratic somehow. How this whole process, they help the APC, for parties democracy, make them at a point if people feel aggrieved and go outside and trust and then go address them, then concerns them in a fair manner.
Yes, like I start, I mentioned say what you want for do now for canvass the public opinion, let us restore confidence in the IECB. And the APC, like I tell you, as at now, they try to get a situation wherein we they preach and they practice. And with the practice, what we they preach. If we they cry out there for foul play when it comes to electoral and democratic processes, they make sure say we set the example. More the reason why we they put 10 structures here in place for ensure that even before you go vote, there are processes. And if you're not satisfied with them processes, then there is a body responsible for looking to them so that we create a level playing field for candidates and all those involved. That is our own way of giving credence to the electoral process and for strengthening we own internal structure for democracy.
So after all this lower level and district election or so, una mandate then or una get for day up to the time where the party they get in national convention and elect the flag bearer.
So we get a 3-year mandate as to the appointment letters within GUI. So certainly not go end at the end of the NDC. We get a huge task ahead of we just turned on the lower level elections. We therefore go into the constituency elections and even before the elections. You also get a situation where then we get for publish the voter register, petitions then get for come first to say, oh, I'm not okay with the voter register. We get constituency elections, we get district, regional, some other organs up to the NDC, wherein eventually we'll get to flag bearer. So we mandate not the end at the end of the NDC, but we get a 3-year mandate.
Okay. Yes. And waiting I want to ask now that the decentralization of this whole process. When I get election now, what's them across the country? How people them way aggrieve na them part then they or election they wanna give conduct safe across the country. How could they get in touch?
All right, so we get real medium of contact. That was the first thing we did to say you can serve us documents at these addresses, and we make them also very flexible. Any party stakeholder we you want forgive, you petition, you can get we been get different addresses, and we also get an established email. We also get an established WhatsApp number. By reason of the surge of the petitions, then we also don't add another WhatsApp number, because if you just send a one WhatsApp number, you go crash the phone. And I've been receiving petitions, evidence, videos. Now I don't even know if my phone not on freeze and all. So these are all avenues we create for law, just ensure that we create flexibility so that
the people have to travel, come if they out of free tongue, then get for travel, come and can.
Unfortunately, for now, yes, you have to come, because they struggle with forget other venues them for meet them. Perhaps this could be a learning point for we also for see how best possibly we decentralize them. The committee now a committee of 15. Possibly we can look on regional basis, forget subcommittees in a different region. It's a point well noted. We are learning, and this not just the first task when it comes to lower level elections. But yeah, it's a good thing that we decentralize.
Okay,
the
so the people we then cancel and vote. The side them we then cancel. I was maybe going to get conversation earlier. If they get concerns, they can send a petition to UNA.
Yes, certainly.
Even if that get to be determined legally, but they can still petition.
They can send it, and then we still go look into the petition. Like I say, it's subject to legal interpretation to say whether in the first place cancellation being supposed for take place even before we are ruling they come out. But it's something certainly would look at.
So even before the next elections that we don't get for conduct, if people don't get concerns, say with voter register or outside the election, then they conduct they can petition.
Yes, there are always timelines for that. For instance, if they publish the voter register, people get 7 days. You get 7 days for petition. We then publish voter register. If you wait after that 7 days day, you go don't fall out of time for petition, and then we self get 7 days for looking to everything is well structured and make sure say we work within time, just for ensure that at the end of the day we not get situation where they struggle for ask for more time.
So far this process, you're enjoying it, right?
Yes, for me, it's a learning process. I'm a young man. I want to serve my party. And as you know, the last 6 years I've been in and out of the country. So now that I am here, we'll not just need for day out. They say, oh, this not they go well, then they not they go well. We want to be seen, and we also want to ensure that we own the process as young people.
Yeah.
That is how we come into the space, and then we serve the add value to the development
You know, at
of
this
a
time, I
country.
only talk about how you get a lot of young people where they come forward. Credit to President Bio with an appointment of a lot of young people now position them. You see a lot of young people where they come out now and for be president. You get presidential ambition.
That is very premature now to say, but all I can say is I always don't see myself for offer myself to any opportunity for serve. Right from Prince of Wales days, I was Muslim Jamaat president, I was L&S president and senior prefect. For Abbey College also, I was involved in student union governance, I was Minister of Education. So for now, it is not the principal objective. I just want for serve.
Okay.
And the opportunity given, one way I sees for ensure that.
But there was
I
an
achieve
article
that,
where you write, actually, right, on young people and leadership. I remember.
Yes, I've been writing, sharing
exactly,
opinion, ideas.
Exactly. So what are you thought about? You know, me don't always say that we have an opportunity now. Because when if you check parliament, you check the executive arm of government, you check the judiciary user on a day, you get a lot of young people them where you could consider contemporary, where they take very big decisions on policies, programs, and all of that. At this stage, you know, waiting for we role as young people, even we in the civic space, at the media, you know, and unana politics in moving this country forward and changing things. So Tuma Bambai, then Gen Z then go. Now you get a very secretary for the complaints committee na the APC. Tuma Bambai, then Gen Z then go sit down and watch we say. You had an opportunity to change things and you didn't do anything better.
Yes. I've been writing, and I think I've been sharing some of those writings.
Yeah, I think we published one of
the
things.
Yes, and I get keen interest when it comes to the youthful exuberance in politics. My last article where I write in that regard, titled "The Youthful Rush into Sierra Leone Politics." However, I was very much critical when it comes to how we the young people am very much exuberant in coming into politics. For me, the message should be merit-based. It's not just a situation, say, me and a young man, this is our time, and we want to be involved. I always take the example of President Traore. He don't set a very good example, and I think set on the cut across for within the African region. We look a very young president also in Senegal. So I think it's the same for Salone. I see so many young people. It's a good thing. It's a good thing because we the young one and are we for work. You know, they just they out, they criticize. You have to be involved and you get for then a play system where they make decision. It's not just you being outside criticizing. So it's a good thing seeing from both parties, SLPP, APC, young people and they come on board for own the system. You know,
what are you fear or concern?
Like I say, me only concern now that there has been this urge wherein people, especially young people, feel like the only way I go get myself enriched is to be involved in politics, is to come into politics. So for me, the message should be very true intentions. we therefore be very much honest about what we want to what we want to achieve, and that we really want for help with people. The whole thing about politics therefore be service, not a means for personal enrichment and all the rest. And we have very fine people from both sides, I'll tell you. And Mina Posse, we always they approach politics with honesty. I not believe for get a one-way method of just criticizing. Where there are developments, we say it. People always say President Bio they give chance to young people. But also, quite unfairly, people know they give credit to President Kuruma, we be actually they give people,
but
young
he did
people
his own.
He did his own. But yes,
but
like
the
I said,
level we get right now, forget somebody in 30s for be chief minister. You get actually young people with old ministerial positions.
and that is a laudable venture. I'll tell you, I'm very much impressed by that. I only just to say equally, we got also give credit to the fact that there was a starter to this. I'll tell you, of course, during President Kuruma in term, there were also many young people in governance. Maybe they do extremely well. And so as the current government, I have very fine ministers and I'm impressed with what they do. Young people, they're doing well. And then they in itself now inspiration for we they outside the political space and the governance structure.
You think it's time for we forget a younger person, I could say in 40s or below 60 or 50 for be president?
Merit-based, yes. For me, I'm not just here to say, oh, we are a young person. If the person get the capacity, the knowledge, the expertise, and gets this country at heart, then I think it doesn't really matter whether a young person or a middle-aged person or an old person. So I'm not. I know they sing a praise of saying let's have a young person as president.
Okay.
It's a good thing, of course, for young people involved in politics and let them own the country and let them get an opportunity for serve. But it should be merit-based.
Okay.
Yes, that is more or less my own message.
Thank you so much for speaking to us this morning. But which message you go and live with members of the APC as well? We sometimes get concerns or petition, in building confidence in the whole process.
So the complaints board don't create a platform, and we continue also for call on the general membership, especially petitioners, them for continue for exercise patience and restraint. There are very many petitions. We need for take with time. We are not rushing into them because one for ensure say we deal with the evidence, we hear testimonies, and ensure that at the end of the day we come out with a detailed directive or decision where go be unity-based, united-based, and also we go create confidence within we membership. So we are at the close of deliberative stages, and very soon we will come out with decisions and then we will forge ahead with the rest of the other elections to come.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Usman Sora, Kamara, Secretary, Independent Election Complaints Board, ICB of the APC, and we only talk about the internal party politics, the APC people who get petition and waiting them for do. Thank you so much for speaking to us this morning. We take a quick break. We can talk to our next guest, the Minister of Environment. Continue for stay with we.
Thank you.
Respect to all massive and crew. It's been a long time, you've been away from home. That's why me come back, the way me sing things like one, me bring you these conscious reggae vibes. Jah be my guide, Rastafari.
Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is called the progress of the process. We are in suit and tie, and dirty character. Thief man, they all a thief now, this is them batter. I, Rasta man, me know Eric Cock and Bull, me represent blue, white and blue. That's what me have to do. You meet the water dirty, you know it make it settle. And then you jump beside, you don't dirty and more. Thief man, they all a thief now, this is them batter. better salon they go behind. Who that now we go believe? Oh, this na wrong side life. Now we dey live so. If they are latif, who that now we go believe? This na wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Sorry, say na sana sana, self say na sorry. Oh, this na wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Who say a rata? Who that get his character? The cap side life. Now we dey live so. Salon de poil, then just dey pan sorry. Things are go bad, who not dey pan story. Fake promises and philosophies, yeah. Say we don't tire with these buckle stories. Bring us the rice, cause the people hungry, yeah. Things are go bad, things are go bad, things are go bad in a me beautiful nation. What a one. Man them feel conscious, man them feel conscious, man them feel conscious and stand for the right. Is your right? Oh, it's the wrong side life. Now we dey live so. If they are latif, who that now we go believe? It's the wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Sorry, say na sana sana, self say na sorry. It's the wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Who say a rata? Who that get his character? The cap side life. Now we dey live so. Salon de poil, then just dey pan so.
Yes, sire. See, I'm conscious of the fact that I've got a moral and civic responsibility to stand for the truth and speak for my people. We've been behind for quite too long as a nation. It's high time we started speaking the truth, cause only the truth can set us free.
Now you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is color the progress of the process. Wearing suit and tie, pan dirty character. The man they all active now, this is them better. I, Rasta man, me know I Eric and Bull, me represent blue, white and blue. That's what me have to do. Them make the water dirty, they know it make it settle. And then them jump inside, they don't dirty and more. The man they all active now, this is them better. Salon they go behind, they just dey pan story. But it's not wrong side life. Now we dey live so. If they are latif, who that now we go believe? It's not wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Sorry, say na sana sana, self say na sorry. But it's not wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Who say a rata? Who that get his character? The cap side life. Now we dey live so. Salon de poil, then just dey pan so. It's not wrong side life.
We dey live so, wrong side life, we dey live so. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9 with the broadcast live from we studios na Ilcott na Freetown, and we dey on Facebook and YouTube live. We can talk to the Minister of Environment, we can look at Leone environmental situation within on the happen, the challenges, the opportunities, and waiting at the efforts, we they make as a people for address. I don't talk a lot about the environment now, yeah, and it is about good today. We talk to the minister, but before we talk to the minister, we go. We're going to jump chiefdom quickly in a Bond district. Usai, yesterday we understand say some young people been make a barricade. Usai, then they accuse the company, one of the mining companies, them for failing for meets the corporate social responsibility. Them been burn tires them na road. Somebody been bring and come to our attention, so we reach out to with colleague Umaru Jonathan, within a Bond district, for giving some quick update this morning. Good morning, Umaru.
Yeah, good morning, Lamana. And
yes, Umaru. What actually happened yesterday? What was the issue where we see young people in Comots and the burn tire and a road and all of that?
Yeah, plenty issues then we then put across for sake of the company Operation 1 at the district since 2022. May then see enough favorable to the community when it comes to development, considering the corporate social responsibility of the company, where then be promised before they begin work. Well, among the things that we then put together, now we then say at start the company they tell them say na swamp no more they get for mine when na John Minerals Limited. But they say now the mining don't they na the mainland and inside they get palm tips there, you know, say Bond districts that side in we John Minerals Limited in mine occupied with oil palm plantation. So it don't begin the calm day, then they pull the back garden and people say that the livelihood that one day where they depend on and then one that one day for happen. So
What's in this
let's say
community mine? What's in the mine?
the demand mine wood and other related minerals then in that regards. But the main um, um, mineral within the mine now wood as per the document we then they present say be the part of the agreement.
So how was this situation handled? Because you know, see young people in Bontana Road. How was it resolved?
Well, the presence of authorities then and the chiefdom and then police, uh, the Office of National Security, they get for the day, including civil society and the media, and they be don't talk to the youthman then, say, may they give them time, may they engage the coming, so that all the agreed points them, when they don't put together, they will discuss that with the coming, for may they see the way forward to the Monday. But Lamran, a whole lot of issues they with the highlights. We are just one for sure with.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, then say they know they see no tangible development from the establishment or from where the company come, where they reflect on the community. They say 85% of the indigenous then we don't sack them, the company we don't sack them, and then we don't replace them with then you people them from afar, even though they get the then kind skills then they for work na the minds, but they don't replace them. They say no bureaucracy, no the we come for take people then and the company and for sack them, the company just the sack the young people then just like that without reasoning them way they not able to understand. They say the working conditions set not favorable to the one way they work on the mind when it comes to nurses, transportation business, no they somebody with man then and worker they can worker go and they come in for work. You know, proper safety gears then, no they and no documents not in between the workman and the mining company and the company itself when it comes to agreement say this person here they work for me, you know they and then say made a tap for the food and Bangladesh because now the livelihood that one day. And they say they want for no the land that we them demarcate with the parts of the agreement document as per family holds them. They want to forget that one day. And they say from 2023 that 1% annual profit because according to them 1% na 3 billion old use plus. But from 2023, they just don't give 2024, then give 2003, they don't give you that 1% day. And 2024, then give 30% of that 1% day. And the balance 70% for 2024, they not be don't give it. And 2025, we don't so that 1% share. We then say we equivalent to 3 billion volumes, they not give it for 2025. And now 30% of that money they be done left for 2024. So that one they all see they're not glad about that. Then say decide and we then the mine, then suppose for do afforestation, plant trees, then they so they we will forget that kind fine environment. But they say the mining no they do that one day at all and the one for the sea that one day they happen so far. So they also talk about the one for the sea pipeline water then recreational facilities and street lights, you know. And then say there is somebody now they come with a call David Sandy before they take person for work now they company and they collect 500 youths money in the hand from indigenous then before they give them that kind of facility there for work and the place there. And they say the land agreement document where the guys, the company and the landowners then, they don't want to see set aside for that documents day, and the one for see that documents day for see we say the so far. And the welfare of the workman, then more especially the brothers, them with the workman, the mining, they say not favorable. So this is not somebody.
But waiting the authorities then they say. Waiting then they say.
Yeah, authorities and the speaker, winner Francis Panabo, be there with either one they join the Salon police the awareness, and then they get for cool the youths them down. They say make them give them 10, or make them bring the coming to the people, so that we will like for constructively put all them concerning also together and defend the way forward to it. You know, say John Chief recently lost the paramount chief, and now the one of the foundation to the mining come on so when it comes to agreements and the rest of it. So then say may they give a small 10 so that they will bring the government to the people and discuss the way forward to development.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Jonathan, for that update day from Bond District. It's been just important that we bring out to the public. Thank you so much.
Most welcome, Laman.
And our colleague Umar Jonathan from Bond District, yesterday we get this information about some riot or so young people come out and then block the mining company and raise concern about the corporate social responsibility and all of that. Yeah, but that's it. Hopefully it will be resolved, and we will keep an eye on that story there. Let's take this video quickly. There's a football match where they go on a Kube community, and yeah, it's interesting. Let's just watch the video quickly.
Which league? Not a regular kind of football league. This is a game where they play na net, na the Kube community. And to them, light and infrastructure don't really matter. What it matter na the passion of the fans them and the unity where they bring to the Kube.
We are the PRO and we are the finance officer for the Kube Ramadan Professional League. To the bracket, which league? Well, we come up with this idea based on when we see the fasting they go on. So man can normally they can't sit at this field after I don't come up play Nafida or I don't come up play 8 o'clock. We thought I should say for do a gathering like this now for keep the community in that warm atmosphere and for make people feel lively in the Ramadan period, so they not go get that summer boring during the night period. During the day, people in the day fasting. They go be bored, but during the night, our stomach don't cut fast. You not get no time for go relax. Yeah, now the appropriate and the rightful side for consider and relax. Because of don't cut fast, you don't get relaxation. If they can, na 2 games per net. The first game they can start, and the second game they can play after the first game done. So if you can't relax, they then want. Where you gonna for? Let's go get a small rest, grab for cut sokoli. We decide for use the local light here, for then we get that warm atmosphere within the community and within the set. That they show say we like the community and we like football. The light with the strain, we like not a passive generator, but for get sponsorship and people can come on board for help and patronize with me. At least this league will be more professional because of they get a lot of big players the way they come and play.
And see, you're waiting this league here so they about and the main aim for the league. The league now a league where they show the true meaning of passion and how salon football Salek. For Truth FM Sports News, Mina Nede.
The government of Salon on the plan for Bill 124 million Congress Conference Center Nalunge. The project now one way government talks they get for provide quality facility them like modern conference center, presidential villa and hotel. February 25 this year, the Minister of Finance, Sheikh Ahmed Fantamadi Bangura, been carried the agreement, gone parliament for seek approval.
This is a strategic investment for this country to build a state-of-the-art facility for international conference holding with hotel facility, but also presidential villas. The purpose of the agreement is to ensure that it's a $124 million investment And the purpose of the agreement is to ensure that this country becomes a destination for hosting international conferences. And one of the fundamental reasons that spur His Excellency to prioritize this investment is backed by his current role as chair of the ECOWAS Authority of States. And this country has to host one of those conferences, but it's beyond that.
The minister be assure Parliament say the country no go put direct public money on the project, but one private partner go take the loan and government go act as guarantor. It been same way so add say the center go host big international events them, including the ECOWAS conference we go get for happen this year.
Anything that has to do with how the resources will be mobilized. The resources are mobilized by a private entity, and the private entity is providing this loan to, the bank. The bank will provide the loan to the company that is building. The government will structure the facility in an innovative way, and just to correct the honorable member on the other side, that we structure this not to repeat the mistake we made when we hosted OAU. This is not taken on the books of government directly. It's not taken on the books of government. That's why because we are smarter these days to do these things. It's not directly on the budget. We are providing, it's a build, lease, but eventually own. That's how we're doing it until the builder has actually recovered its costs.
The debate's been changed tone as opposition members of parliament been criticized the project. They argue say government for focus on everyday challenges them where citizens then they face. Opposition Chief Whip Honorable Abdul Karim Kamara been talk say transport problem between Lunga and Freetown still there and people and they spend long hours for cross water. A question why the money not for go for subsidizing university fees them or serve for improve road network for boost agriculture.
I am not saying the project is not important. I am saying we must have a permanent fix to the problem that we also go through. We are all traveling. I know what it takes to sit at sea coach to wait for seabird. I know what it means to wanting to come home early after traveling, and you have to wait for 2-3 hours before you get to your house. So the problem is there, and that problem needs to be fixed, and we need a permanent fix. For me, spending a total of almost $124 million just for a conference to host. That's not, at the time we need money so much to spend on other basic things. It is not as important as solving the basic health needs. It is not as important as paying subvention to universities. It is not as important as failing to pay for kids who are taking WAS. These are very important issues.
Members of the Sierra Leone's People Party be welcome the agreement. Honorable Kekura Vandi from both districts talk say the investment's timely. He say Salon Nuggets venue will go host more than 1,000 people and this new center also go meet international standards and self go boost economic activities them na Lunge.
Then of course the Lunge thing, accommodation, is very good. This is a form of PPP agreement, and that is going to be a standard one. I saw my former deputy minister of energy. That is his domain, of course. That is his area, you know. So we want, because we'll be having international summit, Mr. Speaker, and there's one expected to happen maybe in this year. We want that one, maybe one aspect of it to be completed, so we will start using it. So it's going to be a very good one. You had the minister say, we are not putting a dime. The government is not putting a dime. The only thing we are going to serve as guarantor, we said we give guarantee to the private partner who is going to source the fund, the loan. We guarantee as a government. Then the loan will be given to that individual to come and implement that job. Mr. Speaker, that is a very good one.
However, it called for special committee for oversee the loan terms them so that the country no go suffer high interest burden. Parliament bin end up for approve the project. Before the weekend, the Ministry of Information bin publish one statement for defend the decision for build the 124 million International Conference Centre na Lunge. The ministry tok say the project na a long-term investment for decentralized development from Freetown, create jobs, boost tourism, and position Lunge as a future conference and business hub wey go host regional and international meetings dem, including the ECOWAS conference wey go get for happen this year. The ECOWAS conference and the new conference center na Lunge under President Bio, they take some people in mind back to the controversial Organization for Africa Unity OAU conference where the country been hold inside 1980 under Pasheki and APC government and been cause plenty couple wey hamburg the country economy. The big question now whether this ECOWAS conference and investments na Lunge go be President Bio in your good legacy wey Salon people and go member am for after 2028. For Truth Media, me na Davida Spain Solomon we report.
Many thanks to Davida for that report. Earlier, before that report, you watch that football video. Na football where they play na Kube, then call them which league. So then they play on a net and say 9 to late at night. You know, then they get the new light and all of that. So then call them which league. So if you defend side for hangouts after you break fast or pray, you can go down Kube na the league they play. So then say na annual Ramadan football competition we then they get, but on nets and the player, it's interesting, you know, and they organize their own light and everything for you know, using sport for bring them community come together. And also we just give you an in-depth report of the proposed Lunge Conference Center with the government plan for bill ahead of the ECOWAS conference way for happen in June. Welcome to the program. I got the pleasure for welcoming at the studios this morning the Minister of Environment and Climate Change, Jiwo Abdullah. Good morning, Mr. Minister, and welcome.
Good morning, Lamwana. Good morning, listeners.
It is a pleasure having you. This is my first time now.
Yes, indeed. And thank you very much for having me.
How has it been? How has it been? You enjoying this job? You know, helping with climate issues. I see, you know, at a global level, you know, most times you are the voice for developing nations in standing up to the bigger nations, if we could say, in addressing climate change issues. You don't enjoy this? You don't enjoy this job?
It's a very enjoyable job. I think I get one of the most interesting jobs in our government. It's a tough job. It's also a very humbling job because you know, there are times when you think so you make progress and then you turn left, but you see things they go back. But I think it's an honor to serve the country in a position like this, and you know, so far they enjoy and try to do the best I can.
You're not the first Minister of Environment and Climate Change, right?
Well, the ministry, although it's new, there was a minister, Professor Jawad when I set her up.
Okay.
And then we just take over from her after the elections.
Okay, and you know, let's look at how we did presently as a nation. You know, with environment and climate issues there. I can recall, you know, I don't see videos of you several times going to, you know, the Peninsula Reserve mostly, telling people that if we not stop for do this now, yeah, you know, time go come where this go affect we and it go be disaster. But who side we dey, waiting you meet and who side we dey present and who side we dey try for go?
The thing is, environment and climate change sort of they can either reinforce themselves in a positive way or in a negative way. In we own case, most of are in a negative way. If you take, for example, the Western Area Peninsula National Park, some of the actions then where they happen, the way they affect the environment, get for affect way in a negative way. The one day where they go cut stick them, where they burn charcoal, all lengthen and they affect the catchment areas, which means they affect we own access to water. because the Western Area Peninsula National Park now the primary source of water for the entire Western area. And if we cut all the tick there and the water dry, a problem for Freetown. People are not going to survive now at all. So that's now one way where human activity they affect the environment in a negative way. But then it also they feed into the climate. When I cut all the tick then, the heat one they feel a lot more than within been there, let's say 20, 30 years ago, even though we know say temperature levels they rise globally, but we they compound that now because we they cost all the tick them. There's also the encroachment. So you get two, you get pressures there, and many times
get pressure up, they get pressure
down. With the government don't they try for fet them pressure, and it's not easy, and a lot of them are not a government somebody do, right? Because when it go wrong, not a government somebody suffer. Now the entire Western area. So one of the things I don't mention when they come on radio, on TV, let people they understand say this fet not to ministry no more get her, not to the agencies they no more get her, now we all get her.
What's in the we among the vulnerable countries them to climate issues, right? Climate vulnerability. What's in what's in you go say na the key environmental threat them where this country they face presently?
So the thing about the climate issues, a lot of them they out of we control. The climate a lot mostly because of historical emissions. By that I mean where people they drive motor car, then factory there where they blow smoke. The advanced country there when they use coal for generate power. And don't cause a lot of the environmental issues. So we find ourselves at the forefront of the impact of the climate change, even though not all we cause them. So when we go on these international conferences, then I can try for hammer home. And when we get negotiations at the international conference, we get for the hammer that message there every single time, so that the one then way don't cause this problem, not just acknowledge that, but then get for help for solve the problem. Just like you get motor car, you drive your motor car fine one, so then post a guy banger. And no go can't tell you now say, well, it's in la lent you money for let you go fix your motor car. No, now you bang the motor car. So now you for help, now you for fix the motor car back. So now then kind of conversations and then we can get to them. How now then for suppose for make not just make commitments, but then get for honor them commitments then for help we for adapt. Help with people then for adapt to a problem we not to then create. Also, yes, we know so not we cause the problem, but we set one for help globally for reduce the impact on of this climate change, for reduce how it impact not just we own country but other countries. So for that then kind of reason they really try for push for restore we forest them, because the forest then they absorb carbon dioxide, when are one of the main gas the way they cause the climate change. We self one for contribute. So now then kind of thing that we can
locally, locally with we on action, say with the cut stick, say with the bank for billows. What's in at the threats? What's in at the level of that? With your understanding as Minister of Environment and Climate Change, how I can recall again. I see the concern where you raise, where you go to the Western Area Peninsula National Park about the dam and the level of deforestation. What's in at the threats where they face with presently with the things that what they do as a people and as a country?
Mostly economic threats, right? So with people that where they're applying, the rainfall not predictable anymore. So they tell you what rainfall come, rain no they come. They tell you rain for come, now they come. Then they affect agriculture. The extreme heat, another one. But we also see where rain they come. So they come really heavy over a short period of time where they cause floods. that flooding there with the Siena Freetown, with the Siena other places there, it they affect infrastructure. It they affect the people that host them, people that they flood. But the extreme heat, what you mentioned, imagine you go na picking in a school, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All being small, a lot of we school then, even on a tropical climate with it, the temperature, the weather not been that, the place not been that warm. Hospital there, health center there, you go to some clinic in March, April, the place getting warm. So all of them ways and the way climate the impact where we as a country need for try for adapt to that. So then, in climate language they call it adaptation. Because life get for go on.
Yeah.
So we get for learn how for cope.
But what level of we own action they like the level of deforestation they lead with to this?
Where they compound them. So you will see, say, like, climate change don't affect people, especially in agriculture. It affects people and livelihoods. So now, if you been do brush half acre for make farm, and climate change affect that yield day, now you can brush 1 acre. So the shift in agriculture don't cause a lot of the loss of forest cover, but that forest they now be the help for regulate the climate. So you don't get into that negative cycle. Now, waiting with the work on now programs them where they reverse that, so that if you don't reach now where every year they brush 2 acre for feed your family, then maybe and then you brush different side. Maybe stop down there. Let you get a permanent plot. Government go support you. So we can go now the conference they make the argument, the case for adaptation. And for those who get the access to funding, so we can help with people then for adapt to the effects of climate change. So now you get your permanent plot where now there you go the plant and if you get we'll provide the capital so that you can able for plants even dry season. You can able get irrigation so you plant dry season. You get you agroforestry, you take them where go they generate income. Because at the end of the day, a lot of them bad practice here with people that they do now because now for survival. So if you address the underlying economic challenge then, and then you make them commit for restore the forest then, for plants take back now the forest then, and then for let the forest recover for itself. Then in 10 to 20 years, we're going to reverse a lot of that damage there. This program that one we don't pitch to the paramount chief them all across the country, and they all buy the idea. In fact, when we go talk to them, and then they come up with different ways or different ideas that we go suitable for their own particular area. So now that day we don't plan for.
But generally, within we own country in national response and strategy. In environment and climate change, I'm sure the conference they can present within our plan and for seek fund, but them plans I understand say now locally we can develop them through consultation. So within our we plan and strategy for address within we face presently.
So we then they call a national determined contribution. When I we own climate action plan for the country, and then in the one whole country across all different sectors, across all MDAs, across all levels of government. So now the country, now they come together for say, okay, this climate change don't come. We get for deal with them. We get for deal with how we they adapt to them across sectors. We get for deal with how we safely try for reduce our impacts on the climate. So with the agriculture, because then the land use the about climate change, energy, promoting renewable energy, solar, hydro, as opposed to the heavy fuel oil, transport. We don't do some pilots for get then electric motors, Okada and kekes. And now the idea is, okay, how can we in the next 10 to 20 years get the infrastructure so that even motor car them or bus them go they use electricity. Obviously, when they camper down there, then you think, oh, will they generating enough electricity? So then you forget charging infrastructure. That charging infrastructure, they could be renewable energy, or you can back them up in cases then where rainy season where they get enough light, for example. But the thing is, the electric vehicles, they're more efficient than the gasoline vehicles. Them, what would they use? But then kind of transition, it take time. But you get for start somewhere, you get for plan them, and then you get for execute. And the biggest challenge, especially for the vehicle side now, on the infrastructure for charging, because
electricity.
it get for this. So but
there was a pilot with some keke them, right?
As a pilot, what would they try for expand now? By the end of this year, the company will do the pilot. In fact, they don't bring the additional keke them. Now they're going to do some trainings, and then go try for expand them. But you go across all sectors, even with infrastructure, with roads, them we'll get for make them more climate resilient, because the kind of rain way they can now is different from the kind of rain way they can 20, 30 years ago. So you get for making more resilient health, education. So everybody across government come together, and even the private sector. But then if you do look at different levels of government, local councils, because a lot of the work get for be at that level for build the climate resilience, not to central government get for doing.
With the agencies, them, how una they collaborate with this we on plan? Because you get the Environment Protection Agency, you get NPA, you get council, local council like Freetown City Council, where look so big on environment and climate issues. How una they coordinate and collaborate for focus on the things them una want achieve through the plan?
So the ministry, now the parent ministry for this space, but the ministry gets agencies, as you said, the EPA now one, NPA now the other one, the SLMet, now whether when they come, in fact, I did the national focal point for the climate convention at the incident, and then we're getting Nuclear Safety and Radiation Protection Authority. The ministry, they work closely with all of the agencies here for address multiple issues. So, for example, when they come at the NDC, when they continue on climate action plan, now the EPA, and I lead that process there for do consultations across the country, for develop the document, for do the validation, etc., etc. And then once the EPA don't get to that, come and then the SLMet go deposit that document there with the UNFCCC when at the convention for climate change. The NPA, forestry, they work closely together on this restoration program I talk about. Just almost a year ago, the Honorable Vice President been launched what they call Protect Sierra Leone. When I'm with a push now for get into the communities and engage them, provide the capital so that then go focus, then go back to focus on agriculture where not only productive but climate smart, and then in return then go left the forest there alone, and also then go be responsible for restoration of the forest and we don't be degraded. And a lot of that now at the local level. So one thing, if you don't follow me over the past year or two, is that we work very closely with the Ministry of Local Government, because a lot of the actual work will ever happen either at the council level or at the chiefdom level.
With funding, how una they coordinate all of this? And I know the ministry, they supervise the agencies there, but with environmental funding, we somebody go say it's one of the focus way the world again now to developing nations. How do you coordinate and ensure say we spend at the right side and use the resources for address the right issues? Or everybody they manage their own funds?
Well, we coordinate like what we want for do as a country. So that's the first thing, right? As a country, because if you get a government or country where all man they do what you feel for do, then it becomes chaotic. So first you start with a program. You know, you get the medium-term national development program. The NDC is built into that for make that national development program more climate resilient. And then you start to break it down by MDA within each ministry or which department of the ministry or which agency within una they do. And then you una go to find the money. But even at that, we try to coordinate as much as possible. So for example, what we they do for the restoration, you can't restore your ecosystem if you don't address the underlying economic issues. A lot of those underlying economic issues, especially for rural communities, what they do, they're not mostly agriculture. So we have to make sure we coordinate with what in the Ministry of Agriculture they do for support their own efforts either directly or make sure say what thing they do they align with what in themselves they try to do. That's across ministries. Within the ministry and the agencies, there is in fact, between the ministry and we agency, then the coordination even tighter, right? Because we always sit down and discuss within each party they do. In many cases, on a single issue, we get different roles than what they play. So, example I give you for the climate action plan, where APA they lead, we all they work together. We they work on a plastics bill. I mean, plastic now where they cause a lot of environmental issues. It also they contributes to the flooding. Down the back, we the ministry and EPA they work together for not just on the negotiations outside, but internally do all the consultations, bring everyone together, do the studies, so that we can get a bill we go work not just for 2026, but for future generations.
I actually asked about council earlier. Council like Freedom City Council.
Yes.
How na they collaborate? I just read this so there's a time where council win and awarded $1 million for plant trees through the Bloomberg philanthropies. How na they coordinate for ensure say within themselves they do fall within the general national plan in addressing environmental and climate change issues?
We get a vision, right? Councils across the country gets their own mandate, and what they do so that they feed into the national vision. Now, some councils may be stronger than others. Some may get access to funding more so than others. So, like FCC, they get more funding than maybe some of the other remote councils. But what they do, all they contribute to climate action. And it's not to say now, council versus ministry. Now, we all can able for do, and not just councils. You go down to chiefdom, but even we all, if person plant take 9 us, because the thing about climate action now, we all collectively get for doing. So the councils, the agencies, and the ministry all they work together for try for do something for the country as a whole. So when councils can able for go out there and get money, we they applaud on it because the more money we one council get. That means, for implement their own climate action, it means that there's less pressure on the central government.
One of the things we council don't they talk about sometime I get the mayor Nayana about the planting of 5 million trees by 2030 and the planting of trees. How involved is the ministry in that? There's been this question about who side the tick then they, who side then they. How involved with that team we wanna collaborate on?
So the council will do it, the tree planting. The ministry itself will do the tree planting. What we try for do really as a ministry now. Now for devolve and they for they go down say at the community level. So each community, for example, will get their own nursery. When they nurse the tick there, and then hopefully maybe at some point we'll get to where we'll say one day all man they go plant tick. Because when you centralize that, it becomes very difficult. But when you devolve and they go down to the chiefdom or community level, there's more ownership. I mean, one of the challenges that we don't face is that when you bring the tick, then you give the people then there is no ownership there. And people will say, well, now I don't bring the tick, so when I can't give money for go plants, all that kind of thing. Whereas if not then SESF don't get the nursery, then they don't nurse then tick here, and they don't own the process. I think people take a lot more pride in that kind of thing because they're not their own baby. Now they don't say, okay, this 100-acre where will be done cut the tick there with the store. All we need is government support. So the government will support them. Technically, government will provide the seeds. Although in some of them areas there, where it comes for forest, what we really want to do, for make them get the seeds from the local or native tree there, because we want for can't take tick from one side, triangle side, where go disturb the particular ecosystem. In all of this, we engage all councils, we engage the paramount chiefdom, and we really want for push and down to them. Let the councils then really drive that process, but especially the local communities, let them be the one that they do the actual tree planting. We as the central government will focus more on trying to get resources and pushing those resources down to the local level, so that not then go be responsible.
In planting on your own trees, how much on don't plant so far?
So central government we don't do 5 million. I think the FCC been targets 1 million, but those that was a good start. We want to scale that up multiples. I even hope in the next few years we forever get to the point where every single Leone and they plant a tree every year.
What's the challenge with planting? Is it that the space not there, or the unavailability of resources, or the tick not there?
Well, space there, because if you look at all the tick there where they don't cut, if you go to Western Area Peninsula, for example, all the tick there where they don't cut, if you walk around Freetown, or when you go upline, you come out from Mashaka, you drive, whether Nabu, you go on Namakeni, you go just look left or right, you will see lots of space. Where maybe in small, most of them places and the way they drive, now you see tick there all the way, so space there. But then programming where you do, you get for it's complicated, and it takes a little time for set up the program, put processes in place, and then once you don't kick off, then the ministry work down for just make sure say when they get the resources, then we'll go push down to the localities.
You mentioned the Western Area Peninsula National Park. I'm sure there was a report recently. I'm sure you read them or you don't see them reports. Maybe we can just play the video let you see about the level of deforestation and building another part there. I remember I get Tommy Garnett now the other day, and he was so concerned about the level of deforestation. What's are the issue with the western area? I can talk now. I say I remember the other time your colleague minister, the minister of land. I don't know if not jokingly was saying it. So we can move the park from Usai and go give land upline. But what's are the fundamental challenge in preserving that park there for men cultures?
Yeah, so that was a very unfortunate statement. But the challenge is mostly human beings. I mean, and all of them forests there now more time and then they go inside there for user. Now we as a ministry, they say, I mean, the forest that we get for user, even upline, people then they use them forest. So not to say for tap people for use them forest, but how we can do that in a way sustainable. We grandpa them, we great grandpa them, we don't use them forest there.
Yeah.
But then they use that in a way sustainable. Now we don't get to a point where the rate at which they use them is very destructive. So Western area penny and depending on the part of the country, there are some successes, but Western area peninsula is a challenge. It's a challenge because of the encroachment on, for land, for housing. But there's a even bigger one, right? Because they see the one for housing, but because 19 are the road, 19 are the road.
Yeah.
And also, if you talk to Tommy Garnett, he could say there's a even bigger problem, and that one the way they go burn charcoal.
Charcoal, yes.
Inside the forest, because that one is very, very destructive. Across the country, we know say people don't get for cook. For reduce the amount of pressure we cooking they put on we forest them, we get a program for clean cooking. Where the first phase now we try for rollouts, cook stoves then where they use less firewood, and then soon enough they will do where they use less charcoal, because the demand for charcoal they really drive deforestation. But by law, people not supposed to go burn charcoal inside national park.
Yeah.
That is illegal. So anybody we catch inside national park, they burn charcoal, go get for
And there's a green belt, right? To say people not for cost, to say.
It's not only this is not law.
Yeah.
Not so ministry decide for say yeah na green belt, yeah not so green belt. Now parliament pass na documentary they go table na parliament, and then parliament they ratify them. It gets coordinates by coordinates. In fact, if you go to Google Maps, right? If you look at Western area, you will see some side they way green, right? We roughly they follow the coordinates of the green belt. But when you say green belt, really now Western national park, where by law now we can't tick safe.
Enough for cut there.
If you cut tick, they're not crime. So one of the challenges that when they get to the NPAA, if you remember last year, there was conflict between the ministry and the NPAA. Was at when I know they enforce. I mean, will they see what's happening?
They get enforcement powers?
Of course. As just recently, as of last week, they prosecute people that were arrested. And I think last week, over 20 people were convicted for different kinds of activities where they happen, where they go burn charcoal. Now, you will say, well, is that enough? That's a start. And I think one of the main things that when we enforce the law, it will be across the board.
Yeah, sure.
Law for all man. We can't get laws where they say, well, me on this law not apply to me because I get this kind of position or me not this or me not that. It not really matter who that you be. The law they see we all as citizens equally. Now where we don't get a new fresh blood, now the NPA, we really focus on the enforcement mandates we then get. I think we got begin hearing a lot more about prosecutions than our courts.
Yeah. But as you talk about the law, I just want to watch this video. There's this report, and I think it went viral. And then do a video from really show some serious encroachment we don't happen na the Western Area Peninsula Park. Simon, we can just get the video quickly.
Bounty, the taste of paradise.
This beach in Sierra Leone was the setting for a Bounty advert in the 80s. It drew attention to the beauty of Sierra Leone's pristine beaches and forests. Rainforests used to stretch for miles down this coastline. But today, more than a third of the Western Area Peninsula National Park, which lies just inland, has been deforested. This chimpanzee sanctuary is on the front line. It offers a new home for chimps whose habitat has been destroyed. From the sanctuary, rangers watch the deforestation line creep ever closer. Just south of the capital of Freetown, these luxury homes are being constructed inside the national park. They are rumored to be owned by some of the country's most connected citizens. None of these mansions are supposed to be here. In 2022, President Julius Bio personally ordered an investigation into how the settlement has been established in the park, but the full findings were never made public. Until now. The Gecko Project and the Associated Press have obtained a copy of the investigation findings. The investigation team found that state actors were not only complicit in the encroachment process, but they encouraged it, and even went as far as facilitating it for personal gains. The then Minister of Lands, Dennis Sandy, personally signed 175 documents handing over land inside the park to private landowners. The authors recommended Sandy and other officials be held accountable for a flagrant violation of laws. The consequences of the deforestation could be deadly. Just up the hill from the mansions lies the Guma Dam.
It's one day it's gonna fail, definitely. And the more
Kapenge said a huge wall of water from the failed dam would wipe out Bio Beret. Sierra Leone's deadly landslide in 2017 offers a warning. Triggered by deforestation, the landslide killed 1,000 people. In 2023, President Bio personally received the report into the rainforest encroachment. But 2 years later, these homes remain standing. That's despite President Bio promising that even if a house belongs to me or my family, it would be broken down. After we contacted him, this photo of President Bio receiving the report disappeared from his website. Government officials interviewed by our team said internal measures had been taken, but just couldn't be made public. The then Minister of Lands, Dennis Sandy, was removed from his post, but shortly after was reappointed to head up a different ministry. President Bio did not respond to requests for comment. And today, 3 years on from the government investigation, builders are still hard at work on new mansions on protected land where rainforests once stood.
So, Mr. Richard, this is the Gecko Project and APA reports we then do, and the very detailed reports show some of the challenge we Bala been the face na the Takugama Sanctuary, and the other time I talked to him, he commended the support we you give him in terms of demolishing people living in Kochi. But where you go na this area, I can recall the last time I see you in that party. It was with the Chief Minister, the Minister of Lands, and other, government officials. Them. You talk about the law, enforcing the law the right way. These are buildings that have encroached in protected areas, and they're still there.
So I think when it comes to the law, I always say the law is the law. We can't have a society when, people decide when they can obey laws or not. I can tell people, even as a minister, the law is the law. I can't say because I'm a minister, I can pick and choose which law they follow. If we do that, then as a society we're in deep trouble. That area they were in the show, so we don't do some demolition there a couple of years ago. The challenge we'll get is the funding for the demolition, because it requires funding. And it's very complicated because there are interests, so because there are interests, you get for go fend the funding outside, because within the system itself, once interested, you'd be surprised where
interest in what way? Interest
the people that we get also. So I mean, a lot of that. If there was a video, maybe 5-6 years ago, when ministers they argue that there shouldn't be housing under that place.
I can recall I was at FIV then. The Minister of Land and the Deputy Minister of Water Resources, the Matulai Ba, I can recall, and Dr. Dennis Sandi.
Exactly.
The Deputy Minister was insisting, no, say, yeah, we not for allow people and for big.
And she was right.
Yeah.
And she was absolutely right. I mean, if you go to that place there, you look up, you see the dam, the thing with all the water. If you go now, most advanced countries, then kind of dam, then in a concrete structure, reinforced concrete. We all get now dirty all the thing. Now old dam, now 60, 70 years now. So you team up there, you look up, you see something with all 5-6 billion gallons of water, and you don't wonder if that thing they fail, what thing go happen. And it's a scary thought, because whether they fail, they look you party card. They look whether you're not minister, you're not judge, you're not soldier man, you're not parliamentarian. They look any of that there. Where it can done, they wipe one all out. And we don't see that in our other country there. So if the time all good, that's now the arguments that I've been make. And whether water they come, the speed they carry it, all thing they go. One of the gifts that we will get now this country, now outside that dam they see they up in the hills, the lake. Women say even the water, Guma no need for they get pumping station there for pump water.
It just go.
Now the gravity, that gravity now they can go even up the hill like then Wilber Falls or whatnot. Even there with their area, now gravity. So imagine they don't come up pond yonder. Now that first day they bring anchor all the way now inside pipe. Imagine if it just they gone down now with nothing in front of them. What thing did they do? Remember, was it 2017? I remember where Motoma be happen.
Yeah.
That's the day we've been they communicate. The devastation. Me being go na Juba. And
Kaningo
area. Imagine how far Kaningo they from Motome.
Yeah.
And the devastation we've been in Motome. We've been in Kaningo. Where they see the host them, that ground floor, the water go all the way up. And a small water being common at that place there compared to Guma. Guma get 5 billion gallons of water. So I can explain to people and say, 5 billion gallons of water. If you have 3-story buildings, if you get, all they go.
They go. And not all that area, they no more go be affected.
No, you host they go, you family they go, and then even the one in the area where now build na them place and they go. That's not the first part. That's not the first disaster where go happen. Loss of life, tremendous. The second one now we not get water. How long it will take for let we get water in the one old city? At that time now, the Ministry of Finance, them budgets get for be a huge part of the budget is now for
handling a disaster and thinking about doing a new dam.
Exactly. Or whether now will kill. So if now will kill you they go do now, then you get for be able to put new processing facility there. But now you get for get pumping station. Right? Because unlike Guma where the thing they up, they can't on gravity. So a huge burden go get for the.
But governments understand these threats, and you've been raising it to your credit. I've seen videos you say you don't raise them concern there, but you talk about the law. Them people who billionaire. Now the law and don't broke so, but they're still there. They're living there, even without demolishing. We could say take them to court like you they take charcoal people and people they burn charcoal go court and prosecute them.
And that's exactly what we're going to do. I mean, the challenge what we get in the past was that the leadership of the NPA, when they explained to them like you need to do this, then they disregard that. But now we get a new executive director of NPA and also the chairman Tommy Garnett, who are very passionate.
But they need the political will.
The political will is there.
The interest. But you see the reports. This has been. I can recall that place where they start that Biobari place some years ago where they begin for building. Like you mentioned, how that deputy minister still they recall how she was challenging the minister. Then say no, you are not to side. Wait for again. Very recently, the minister of lands was saying in a video, live video, that's why park for even there, then for move the park, go upline. And where's the political will then?
The president don't tell me not to 110, not to 210, not to 310, say if na yourself we meet today, make a no color.
So why the other people in the whole since is still there, Mr. Minister?
And that is a very good question because again we have to work through within the system. Me as a minister, if we have the resources, we'll demolish. If we don't have the resources, then
we start by prosecuting them first. Because they don't broke the law.
And that's that not been the challenge I get with the former executive director. The new one don't come now January it begin. And it don't begin for take them kind of steps then they. And as far as I am concerned, as the minister and the instructions where I get from the president, we are going to push that as much as possible. We have to test the system, whether we live in a country where the laws are.
But there was this discussion as also on that video, the way the chief minister was saying, then gazette the area, do a new gazette, and the people that we don't billion that, then pay fine, then they pay certain amount to government. One of the points we may be making me mind are that you go get people and go bill other side and say, okay, we say we go they pay fine if any case come. You think that a solution to that problem there?
So the idea here was that if, and that's a big if, we ever gets to the point of people staying in these places, then that's what they call a biodiversity offset when I like a fee. But there's a few caveats. I want to be crystal clear. You we don't go build Osna disaster area. You know for the day. You way they go clear a place where they threaten with water security. You know for the day. And what I mean by that, not to just Usai Guma there now, but Guma get expansion plans. Then get all the side where they can put like mini dam there, or then get what they call where. And we need them for support this city 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. The decisions what they make today, they affect then our ability for supply water to the people in Afriton. So as we speak, what we've done the work on for the past few weeks now for get all that information there. So Guma don't send their own where they show, now the map, the expansion plans and USAID they need for protect. For able to do that expansion there. There was a study done. In fact, the small delay we'll get is that there was a study done after the Motome where they showed the disaster risk profile for the entire salon. And that data they now we don't try to forget for the past couple of months because the one that we've been doing. But don't promise me say, in the next 2 or 3 weeks then go give it. So we'll go layer down there so that on the map you will see the side and way disaster prone area. The Guma side we don't see. I mean, society you don't need data. When you go to map,
you just see.
When you go to map under a Guma dam, you look up. Say how much amount for the day. So that side I know. If we carry the entire Freetown go, then to map then look up, then see the dam, then go say no, much amount for the not for the day. So with them two caveats then there. We not go say, well, because person they pay offset fee, let go bill also under the dam. Because with the problem, it's not just that when there's a dam failure, it will affect them people there. It's that their own presence there, they increase the risk. Because the human, then kind infrastructure, they people don't know for the around there. That's a lot more where they sit down there.
Is it challenging for you for address the situation and they, especially with the interest them way involved?
I would say that resource not the issue more so. Because the interest way involved will be ready for demolish. We go, the chain of command. Residents were ready now CDS you call. They mobilize machinery for go on site. We've been just show them, outside for do the demolition.
Whilst you challenge with resources, more people are building. The other day I was driving along Toke. I take pictures. If I send them to the NPPA post chairman, Ed, and I send them to them. I saw people burning up the bush. I see them. I snap them. I go around the area, drive, go inside at the peninsula one weekend, and I see how people then they cut stick right inside beyond the green belt. I snap them. I send them to them. So while sooner they get the challenge of resources and finding resources, people are continuing. They're building and they cut trees them and building new houses.
And that's a very disheartening thing, Lamrana. Every dry season, as October, November can begin, so you see this sort of activity. And the challenge is the resourcing. We've been, a couple of years ago, we been convinced the European Union for giving some funding for the parks. Then they pass on through budget support, obviously, and then they get indicators there where every year then they measure, amongst deforestation. But the challenge has been how for get that money they now for come to the ministry, law pass on to NPA so that then go do the enforcement. Government, it's well, been in a private sector, these things are very easy, right? When I don't agree to something, or you don't know your department, you don't do sales, then no say, okay, this amount time for come to you for to one of the departments for do the work. It's very easy, on paper. Now government, it's a challenge. And without the resourcing, you can't do the enforcement. When you care, for example, if now bulldozer you care go, you pay for it every day, you pay for the fuel, you have to pay for security, for protect the equipment, and you need the resources, and not just up here in our Western Area Peninsula. Aberdeen Creek is another one.
Yeah, we get the video. Simon, you can just show the Aberdeen Creek, and I keep saying this is happening right in front of our eyes.
Very much in front of our. There's many cases where they go Aberdeen Creek during the former executive director. I say, hey, I said, come this place. I look like now fresh concrete. They say, no, no. I said, what's happening? And I say, me man, and they me game garden there. I say, you game garden. Look me team up now. I they see fresh concrete. Now we're not supposed to provide enforcement in this place. What's in the going? And this as the ministry, not to implement it, not to implement. Now the agencies they implement things. And that's where that standoff was for months. Until this new ED.
Look how the Aberdeen Creek is now. This was a walkway where Tourist Board and Ministry of Tourism been put by, as you come by Usai Rotary just built some public toilets just after the Tourist Board their office. This was a walkway built some 5 years ago. This is not the status of them presently. And around this, Simon can just push the video go further. You see how people you see how this place was green some years ago. Look how it is presently. See people in the bill right inside the creek. This is how it is presently. People in the building. This is happening right, not to be wheel. Now just be back down 10 minutes drive, you don't reach Aberdeen.
Yes. Again, this was one of the sources of conflict I've been getting with the NPA last year. That this you don't need for travel go fast. This year they right under so when they watch out when they tell me say then they protect the place. People then they call me say then they bush mango. That place there's a lady where they work for the NPA where they don't work now for the wetlands and marine ecosystems. I'm not the manager. They don't restore parts of Aberdeen Creek, and they actually get a plan for develop that side there so that we can use them for recreation. But if in leadership, not been they see that same vision there, they're in plan, they've been just sit on a table. But I get the strong conviction saying now we don't get leadership, new leadership now NPA, not just the executive director, but the chairman himself. Within the next 12 months, Aberdeen Creek will foresee something different there.
Demolition. People have built the creek almost join the Aberdeen side to the Cockle Bay area, right up behind Cockrell Party and all Wilkinson Road.
The law is the law, Lamana.
The assurance you're giving is going to enforce?
There have to be demolitions in these places. You know, that Aberdeen Creek there, you say then they encroach from the Wilkinson Road side and from the Aberdeen side.
Yeah.
The Wilkinson Road side, Mr. Sef don't go there.
Yeah.
Where NPA be don't go give them line say do you not cross here again. Then put pillar. Then take the GPS coordinates a few years ago. By the time we they go there, then move the pillar, then bank more. So when we ready for take action, we don't give clear instructions to NPA. There have to be demolitions. Again, we know they do this out of malice. I mean, when you do demolitions, it's a painful thing, right? Because I want for the people then for build something, not so for destroy something. But the problem with Aberdeen Creek is it's a disaster waiting to happen. We're talking about climate change. We're talking about sea level rises. The sea level they rise every single year. They come up, they come up, they come up, they come up. Then una just they go build house, una they go inside, una they go inside. I know one for wake up one day. Yeah, you say, they don't water don't carry, don't wipe out, tens of thousands of people. So when I'm talking about demolitions, it's not about I just want to go, we just want to go demolish.
Is it that the interest then they on the back now the Aberdeen Creek?
The Aberdeen Creek, I don't even know whether they build there. But now we begin demolish, then go come.
You believe say you interest not go stop the demolition?
We get for test the system. Otherwise,
I'm still, I've been saying it here. I can still recall the time when President Biogun at that place where he gave that directive there, as indicated in that report. And there is a report we come after Dandy, we then present to them, we clearly indicate and show, say people and don't encourage and they should not do it and actions away for be taken, and they've not been taken.
I don't go to that place. I don't present a report to cabinet. Now that any president tell me say, if na Osef we fendi make we broke up. In fact, the president himself made phone calls to get that initial funding there so that we will begin for do the demolition. The problem is that not to every time president get for the call.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's true.
I think the problem within government is once presidents don't, give a directive, then it's up to the rest of government for execute that directive there. It's not that presidents go give directive, then, the one ministry say, okay, law will go with the directive, then the next ministry try for undermine within the one ministry they do. Or all man relax, or the funding go fashion on side for release a big etomala. I can tell you, from the Ministry of Environment's point of view, once we have access to the funding, we have to execute, because this is not just about demolition. They can say a stitch in time, saves 9. This is about preventing disasters down the line. If we they say possible enough or get us under the dam, not so because, wicked people and then are the ministry. Because me don't see where disaster happen in this country. We all don't see it.
Yeah.
This not to, not to say something a film you watch. I don't see it live.
Yeah.
And in fact, Boku people then they will be affected by the mudslide. We never know see the body.
Totally.
The water just wash then go.
Yeah.
And a small disaster they compare to waiting with they play with na Guma.
So if we don't address that problem, then that is a disaster waiting to happen.
That without a doubt. Without a doubt. And the worst thing is when incident happen, now where heavy rain go down car, the dam go down full up. Right? Not the way water dry. And when the dam go down full up.
The pressure,
now the dam go fail. And at that time they the first way they can it. And people need to stop thinking, it's amazing. Sometimes you talk to people who you think, are exposed, are highly educated. I don't know if you've been go on that trip. Somebody say, Watano, they claim ill. And, I've been there for pause first. Because usually they can't say they respond almost immediately. But, I studied physics, 30, 35 years ago. And fluid dynamics not don't change over that time. If say water no they claim. If the water come up hill, it can't run. If they claim going inside. Because that force the way they can with, now they make it, now they propeller for go outside go. But people they look at these things from a very narrow point. When this I want now, people they look down the line. If I can't build house then on here now, then the next man self go say, well, you don't build house, so let me self can build house. Now that's when I go left part.
The community expand.
Expand. And the dam not to concrete all. The day we break, they say, na God. Not to God. Now Motsaman, I'm pull the dam. We own actions.
How much collaboration you get from ministry, like the Ministry of Lands? Because some of them places are we good and go tell you say then get document for them. The president the other day publicly, na you building where Ministry of Water Resources been get some conference. He was there saying he knows he's got information that people in the Ministry of Lands and they sell land, they demand and they sell land, the judiciary self involved, members of parliament they involved. But with the Ministry of Lands, how not they collaborate? Because if you go for good demolition, body show you say, now me document this, I get paper from Ministry of Lands, it will be other case back.
Well, funny enough, when we do the demolitions, we been go with the Ministry of Lands. The deputy minister been there, the director of surveys been there. And you see very interesting things. People then they bring paper and whatnot and say, now we get this land. But the reason we make sure say the Ministry of Lands today, now so that they can able for look the paper there and there. But who fake paper? Nine people then they bring. So and then where they go and say this part here we're not on seller. No, we're not assigned to nobody. But people then they bring paper. And then Ministry of Lands been able to determine whether now real paper or fake paper. But we have to accept that the Ministry of Lands also has been part of the problem. I mean, the video where you show and was a video. The video we've been circulates was a video of a former minister of lands and a deputy minister of water resources. Where the minister of water resources they tell us say no, we are not for building. Right? And in the discounts down there. So historically, the Ministry of Lands has been part of the
and
program.
Then people and they legally get their property in a bill barrier. It was given to them by the ministry, the minister then.
And that's where we have to. There's some gray areas there where governments really need for address. We don't escalate to the level of the AG's office, right? If ministry don't give there, does that give them a right to build there? For example, with the law say no for building? Because if the law say West Park, a national park, for cut stick itself.
Yeah.
Whether or not you get the land or not, the law say, you know, for court stickler. If the people are going to stay in some of those areas, what's the risk? How do we manage that risk? For me, it's not. We're not talking about. Not even in properties. We talk about not people than life there. Right. If now us, you know, us something do or you book us person able for bill back, but more man life.
Yeah, even.
You know, once you don't lose some, now go, you don't go. For me, this is about people's lives, not about forest or I mean, in that particular area, not about us, not about people's lives, not about whether they go come, then say that dam don't broke, it don't wipe out, you know, 10,000 people that will go build it.
It looks like finally on this, it looks like Bio Barre is a protected area inside a protected area. In some sense, the influence of people that we build inside a protected area so high that it's becoming difficult for get them out. Waiting at the assurance we want to give the public. Like I said, this report, now one report we go global. You know, I can imagine where you go na COP and they present, say, this is what we're doing to protect the environment and we will effort this. And stories like that will come up about how, you know, in protected areas, people in the building. But waiting at the assurance we want to give the public that the law, as you mentioned, where they all them people, they go burn charcoal and prosecute them, go as well, all them people and the way they build na protected area, we don't build and they reside there.
We'll get for test the system. What's in making say is we'll test the system, build case for can go now the courts. I can't determine, you know, what's in the outcome go be. But I think it's important for them kind here as a city, as a community, we all get for add with voice to that kind of issue. Yeah. Not just left and now the minister or now the NPA, you know, then everyone else now spectator. I think if now city like this where we all want for day, we want for left and two we picking it and we can picking them. Then kind of issue, yeah. We all for add we voice to that. Biobari, by the way, we do demolition a couple of years ago.
And then continue for build back.
And that's what's very, you know, that's difficult to understand. Again, what I tell people that this is not about, you know, properties. Me, I tell anybody if they give you land, Biobari not go build it. Because again, it's about when our life there. It's about the day where the dam they fail. That you use that water and not care which parastatal you the head.
Yeah.
And not care you na minister, which minister you the head. And not care how much boating you get, you know, whether you're a policeman or soldier man. Where it can on your entire family in a blink, they're gone.
Aberdeen Creek, self the demolition. I remember there were some demolitions in Aberdeen Creek. But it's not like after the demolition, even inside and go plant the new mangroves there. Now the people in the bush and the bill. Is that another area we want to pay attention to?
Both areas in Western area are areas that were the high priority for the new management of the NPA. I think for you know, part of the problem what we don't get is that the institution itself, and I don't get a conversation with, you know, the one that we win the NPA where them informant. Like at formation itself, it never functioned properly. The institution,
leadership problem.
Yes, the institution was supposed for protect the area there. So imagine over since they don't form in 2012, 2013, instead of protecting these areas, either because they're lax or maybe themselves they contribute to the problem, a lot of damage has been done. So now it's about reversing, it's about building that institution while at the same time addressing these issues because we know so they wait.
But they need the capacity as well, resources capacity, the officers.
Well, we need to build up the legal side with real courtroom lawyer there at the director level, where they build case for care and go court. For me, that's priority number one. We need better training for the game guards then. We need for look at the compensation for across the entire institution, but especially for the game guards then. And they need for for just improve how the institution they function, so that they focus on their mandate, which is protection of the national parks and other protected areas.
Finally, while we end with this, while should they talk about Freetown, they pay much attention to Freetown, but there are things happening in the region as well. I see the head of EPA, post this video where they can show it's about Simon. You can just show the video. It's dredging, mining. You get communities them way don't complain a lot about how them outside and they get the source for water and all of that being affected. This you see the video. This is dredging at somewhere and saying at Kenema where they happen and how this affect the environment as well. I don't really complain for including members of parliament from Moyamba district where they complain about how illegal mining at some communities they affect society and people they don't use for they get their water and all of that, and it's worrying. Waiting how the ministry they pay attention to not just Freetown but mining areas them side the people and they do mining where they affect Otamba killing being a one. The other day I show video now where somebody even died there side and they do dredging and other forest reserve them will get across the provinces.
So I said earlier that the job interesting, but it's also humbling because you're going to make progress on side, and then other side you just say, "Well, now they go behind." So when it comes to mining, I want for we distinguish between the illegal one, definitely illegal, and some of the other devastation where they happen in mining communities because even though not legal mining that they do. Then now they follow the commitments then we then be don't make. The dredging one, nobody know for the dredging now we give there. Absolutely not.
Like some for
and you will also see videos don't go around where EPA they burn dredge there.
Yeah.
I mean EPA don't burn hundreds of dredges. Now, that's not sustainable. And it's because you burn and then they bring and come back. You burn and then they bring and come back. You burn and then they bring and come back. And now, what they work on now for get the communities or the leadership, the stakeholders there now the communities there, make them take ownership of that day and make themselves bear some responsibility. Because nobody know they can dredge now you chiefdom. Where you as paramount chief no.
At all, it's not possible.
So we can engage the chief them. We discuss their issues here, right? We discuss deforestation issues and how governments can support them, but we also they discuss the dredging. That it's not possible say person they can't dredge now you chiefdom. Or now you tongue. Either the tongue chief, the section chief, or the paramount chief go no say then they dredge. So with the work now on for getting like the details of particular chiefdom that we will see say this is not a problem. We don't get conversation with the Ministry of Local Government. This is now another area where collaboration need for there. Because we, as Ministry of Environment, we go burn the dredge, but when you burn and then come back, when I go there and they say, in the meantime, the water then just they continue for polluter. So I don't engage my counterpart because we get some sort of sanctioning for the one that we allow this sort of dredging for happen in the community.
How about the community them outside mining they happen as well? Where it might be legal in some sense, but it's the communities and they complain about how they affect their water and other things them as well, the environment.
Yeah, so that makes us a lot separate the two of them, right? So on that day, in fact, as we speak now, the EPA they do then they go around now the site here for do inspections. And we work now with also the NMA and the Ministry of Mines for tightening up the process for awarding of the mining license there. Because the worst is that mining company, some small mining company, when I get a license, they go way down to the people that water, they disappear.
Yeah.
So
they don't make what they make.
Yeah, nobody know the way for be held responsible. And what they work on is how we can set aside some sort of funding for remedy the kind of situation. But at the end of this, it's about having sanctions on people. Like when people then do something, then they get some sort of sanction for
it could deter.
It deter them. But as we speak, but it's not just a small scale mining company, just mining in this country alone.
This looks like a foreign national, you see.
Oh, almost all them dredge there.
Yeah, then don't burn them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go see videos and the way they pass around where EPA they burn the dredge them.
Yeah. I think EPA they follow them page and they keep doing it every other time. But they come up like you say here, and do this and that and do. But what about protected areas in the regions as well? Like some from one place where I don't know, keeps complaining about every other time. Some of my colleagues then do a report, and others, which show the level of how, people them they mind in that area they. You get to Tama killing me as well. How una they work for protect areas and they?
So let's start with Otama killing me. We had I want for good day this month or next month. Because the stories are the the allegations that then they dredge the river with inside the park, and me and the new executive director of NPA don't get conversations about Andy. That's something we will need for address. If the people they dredge Nadi Park, then somebody must know. They must get somebody.
I've shown a video here, Mr. Minister, where somebody even died. Somebody died inside the park there.
Well, so there was a time when NPA been doing it, right? Where somebody then
jump go inside. Yes, that was the situation.
Yes. Because they go raid people that where they engage in their illegal activities there.
Yeah.
So the person tried for escape, he jump inside water. Unfortunately, in Osabi swim, he died.
Yeah.
That day I know but somebody died.
No, yes, that was the case. That was actually the situation. Then go raid, so he jump, he been at the dredge by jump for escape, and not be able to rescue him.
Yeah, and which was unfortunate.
Yeah.
For that person there and in family. But would they try what they work on for discourage the dredging in the first place. So it not go lead to something like that where somebody they try for escape law enforcement, it end up for loss in life, because loss in life it no matter not to think where you are for wish on any you compete human being.
This whole environment thing, look, well, you get the zeal and the energy for doing, but it looks overwhelming with the situations. And because, like you mentioned, you go to address this there, you think say they address this there, other one day under free tongue the provinces they and all of that. And we on attitude as well to the environment, with the people them. We now they cut stick, now one billows everywhere. Now we want bank and get more land for bill. But waiting I hope, waiting you they look forward to in achieving as Minister of Environment.
I mean, the main thing is to get the people on board, because without the people on board, it will be very challenging. Forget people on board for making them understand, say, this, what we try for do, not so for the ministry in sake, or for the government in sake, but not for their own sake, for protect their own lives, for protect their own livelihoods, for protect their own lifestyles. I think once, in some areas, there are successes. People learn, they understand, and they come on board. In other areas, there's a lot more work to be done. But I'm encouraged by the successes. For say, at the end of the day, Motorman, once they don't understand who's interest there, you can able for convince and for do things when are in your interest. And I think once we're able to get more and more people for understand, say, avoiding these environmental issues, they in their best interest in the long run, I think we can able to address a lot of them here. We see successes then, as much as we see deforestation in some parts of the country. We got other parts of the country then we will not see much deforestation. Just last year, we get Gola TY inscribed as a World Heritage Site. That is a huge success, and that's the world. They tell we say, when I don't do well for protect the natural assets there, and we want to recognize the work where una don't do. And we just need to build on the success there, and part of that is getting the communities on board. If you go to Angola, if you go to TY, the communities understand the importance of protecting them place there.
Community ownership.
Absolutely, community ownership very important. And I know with the work, even the Western area, we've done a couple of town halls but we want to expand the community ownership. There some side in the Western area where heavy deforestation been there. It affects the water, not the community. People understand, say, that deforestation and they not get water. Once they be able to understand and then self begin for protect the small forest that we be in that parts of the community. So we just need to continue to engage, and I hope I can always say the media, because the media gets a huge role for play.
I agree
in this. Can come on board. As much as I want for Leone hold we to account, I think I go also like for Leone support we. So we can able for continue for hammer the message to the public, so that the public can also come on board, because only way we all join on for we will for succeed.
I think it's important because you don't give a human face to the situation with Guma, with that dam day. It's not just about the properties we did it. If anything happen yonder, now we life them. Imagine the drive past yonder something happen no more.
Exactly.
Say they find way for escape. Imagine the people they live around yonder no more. So you go think say this one owes value, but you life value past that property there. So
exactly.
But finally I was waiting how far are we with carbon credit and that thing we for make money from them, right?
Well, Not the whole idea, Dandy.
Yeah.
The idea is that, and part of what you they engage, what they talk about them forest there, what they go apply to talk to people there, that we want first of all want to protect the forest there because they regulate the temperature, they regulate the local climate, they make sure say when I get water, it go help on agriculture. We go make help on our urban one to do agriculture, but we also want land there because we want for let one benefit in other ways, right? The carbon, as I've been telling you earlier, we get the climate action plan. Yes, not so we cause them, and we effect for let people there compensate we for the problem where they don't cause, so we can adapt. But we self want to contribute to the solution. One way we can for contribute not to with forest because the forests they absorb the carbon dioxide and now chop. Just like we need oxygen for survive, then the carbon dioxide they need, and where then they extract that carbon dioxide now service then they provide to the world. The argument I can make is that we forest then a critical infrastructure for humanity and their own survival. So we really want to keep with forest there, but what thing we want in return, when I pay for the fact that the service they because for almost 100 years we they provide this service here, then they pay nothing.
Yeah.
So they provide free service to the one the way they pollute. So we don't get some projects then where they remove. So for carbon we get two different kinds. You get the one a removal, and then you get the one a avoidance. Avoid means say you do something where you do a new way. We now they put carbon dioxide in the environment. So like where you put solar, right? You don't get new way for generate power, as opposed to the way they run generator, diesel generator. Diesel generator they
give smoke.
They give smoke. They pollute. But you solar not so you can get carbon credits for that.
Okay.
Then clean cooking stoves, what they tell you say we don't deploy, so that people then they use less firewood. Then self they generate carbon credits. We get a project where they do that. They mangrove them, we try to protect them because the mangrove them not only then they absorb carbon dioxide, but they provide other ecosystem service there. Now we marine wildlife they go breed. Fish then they go there, oyster then they go there for go breed. So it's very important for our own survival because we they eat the thing that we depend on the mangrove. So important for that we protect the mangrove.
Yeah.
So we get carbon.
Unfortunately, we don't cut all now Aberdeen Creek.
Not Aberdeen Creek no more. Some side we don't cut all. We now restore now we get for restore. We get the side that we don't maintain our wells. If you go down like Shabu River estuary, the mangrove then they in good state. So that enough for protector. You get the side that we don't degrade them. They don't cut down for make wood.
Wood, yes.
Yeah, because they say mango wood and people like. Yeah. That one and then now restore, we get for restore. So we get projects. In fact, as we speak, I get one project where for Kergo Cabinet, where then up na Samu, up na Cambia districts. So they don't cut but could the mango. We they work on another project. We could do the Port Local area. Now, then carbon projects, the way they structure them is that when you sell the carbon, the community forgets a huge chunk of that revenue there. Recently, 2-3 weeks ago, I carried the first carbon project go, where we say, okay, that money when they get at least 30% minimum if we go to the community. Then we say, okay, if the price when I sell them more than $60 per ton, an additional 10% for go to the community. And then if the price go above $90 per ton, the community forgets 60% of any amount over $90, right?
That's beneficial to the community.
Exactly, right? So we want the money for the sale of the carbon. So if the price go up, which quite possible, right? Because as we go 2030, 2040, where the pressure get for let people then reduce emission, then consider when they for reduce, then get for buy the carbon for offset within they do. So the price will go up. If that did happen, let the community get the majority of that revenue there. And then, if the money they can direct at the community can able to do a lot of development projects there themselves.
Yeah.
So we don't.
I'm guessing their livelihood and.
If school, water well, a health center, then self can able for do that there.
Okay.
So in all of these, then get their own committee, their own development committee, where now then go they manage the funds that will come in. Some of them now for hire people them, some will go be for surface rent. But as the price they go up, a large chunk of that money they go to the development fund, where people then go use for development projects at that community.
And we will only enjoy that if we protect the environment, right?
Exactly. And so it align well. So and that I can tell the project developer then say, if the community did not protect una whether now on a mangrove or on a tick there, on a project they fail.
Yeah.
They say go say, well, if we not invest, I say what balance get for there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I think most of the projects people are doing, they understand the economics.
Yeah.
So obviously they want all things.
Yeah.
I can say no, but they are letting people themselves
let themselves people eat. Benefit.
If people do not eat on a project, they fail.
Yeah, because now they cut for sell wood, for make charcoal. But if you want them for protect, you need for look after the livelihood as well. It's exactly. Tough, but it's the bargain. But we all get a role for play. I agree with you, and we committed for always give the support. Because for me, if we not protect the environment, like you say, watch it dirty all the train and treat no more how it come back to we. We rain come, we too were up. We rain come, they flood all side and the whole place they dirty and they come back to we. So let we all play with part. Thank you so much, Mr. Minister, for joining us this morning.
Well, thank you very much,
yes. Thanks for coming. Minister of Environment and Climate Change, they don't give you commitment, say, then they test the law with the side people who they build, now protected areas, and I get me man, Trevor, he's been talking a lot, he's been showing the Aberdeen Creek, and, it's so painful that, in front of we, yes, go ahead, we watch how people then they build another place. It's something we shouldn't allow, but it don't be this way, and like you say, there is new leadership plan. We only challenge her now for see what he could do for protect the Aberdeen Creek, and let me see how we go be green again, like how we been there. Like I showed you, if you watch 5 years ago how we been tan lake and how we did right now. Look, this is a photo some 5 years ago we them built. This is how the place is. This is directly right opposite this now. The green way she saw now the other part of and this is what is happening with us.
Well, no hope say a year from now, when I come there, the picture will show of Aberdeen Creek.
It will be the same, greener than this other one.
No hope so.
Inshallah.
We get a plan. I think at Trevor Young you talk about.
Yeah, Trevor Young.
Trevor don't meet this.
The lady,
the wetlands and marine ecosystems. In fact, I see some side a write something where they praise.
Yes, the lady.
The professionalism.
Yes, now, exactly.
They were very passionate about this particular Aberdeen Creek, and they don't show me in plants.
Yeah. Well.
So now we hope say by this time next year we'll this for discuss Aberdeen Creek now different.
Inshallah, we're hopeful. But thank you so much. We'll take it now then the program. It's past 10 now. Thank you so much, Mr. Minister, for speaking to us this morning. And let we all play with parts. Let we play with parts. Like the minister say, you ready to go build on that dam, you think say you need us. If anything happen, you're not the first victim. Not only owe some of the damage, but you, your family and everything. So let me protect the environment and ensure say we stop for do the things same way wrong. I can take picture. Most times if I can drive down the peninsula, I see something, I can take picture and send them to the head of NPA, you know, and now somebody be passionate as well about protecting the environment. Hope say they will get the support and the political will for for address the issue of Biobari, you know. But thanks now then the program. Thanks to all we viewers and listeners them for being with us all this time. As always, for God and country, serve your conscience. Be a law-abiding citizen. Try for do waiting right, avoid waiting wrong. Because as always, the true line they always last. My name is Namadula Mwanaba. The program they turn tomorrow 6:30. Tete will meet back. Continue for follow Truth Media and have a lovely day. Bye bye.
It's Labor Day. After all the grind, stress, and queries at the office, it's time to ease your brain, laugh out loud, and feel like the CEO. Laugh with Kindo and my hustle will make sense on Labor Day, Friday, May 1st, 2026. Venue, prestigious Pintumani Hotel, 7 p.m. Ticket prices, 500 million. Answer, 1,000 leons. I mean, table for 4, 10,000 leons. A deal, table for 8, 20,000 leons. You don't buy yourself plenty. Now come and laugh. No excuse. Media partners, Truth Media, and cooked by Eminence Africa.
I say, it don't make sense. I don't make sense. Oh, wow.